It took 4 Inquisitors to get Kenobi out of hiding, but only a teaser trailer for our guest tonight.
My gosh.
That was a good one, Jeremiah.
I can't tell. Was that a jab? It definitely wasn't a
It's
hug.
just the opening.
Dang.
I'm just saying you're not as disciplined as Jedi Master and Council Member Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No. I got you.
It always happens anyway. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Wizard episode.
Oh!
Of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And I'm Andrew.
And we are back with a trailer breakdown. And we also have a special guest, Andrew.
I'm seriously reconsidering now, but it's fine.
Why? Why are you reconsidering?
I can't. I still don't know if that was a jab at me or not.
It was not a jab at you.
It was strange. It was strange. I'm conflicted right now.
Well,
I didn't say anything. So
we're all glad you're here.
I'm happy you're here, Andrew.
But yes, so the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer dropped this week, and it was a total surprise. Like I didn't expect it yet, and
well, I mean, even on Tuesday, I was like, I'm annoyed that we got a trailer for a video game that got delayed, potentially won't even happen, but we still haven't got an Obi-Wan trailer yet.
Oh yeah, did you hear about that, Andrew?
No.
Star Wars Eclipse.
I heard about the delay. We got a trailer for it? Another trailer?
No, but we have that trailer.
Oh, but I got you.
You're delayed to 2027, 2028, but might also be canceled completely. So
yeah, I don't even know if I even care about that anymore.
Right. Yeah, we talked about that last episode, that news, that rumor, and then we kind of just Kenobi trailer, and then like Wednesday was like the Entertainment Weekly dropped those pictures. Like, okay, cool, we got a little thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just editing the video from the podcast from the night before, and I look on the Discord, and Will was like, Kenobi trailer just dropped, and I started like panicking. Like I was like, what's going on? And I'm trying to like, it's like on YouTube I typed in Star Wars, and what's stupid is Star Wars channel does not pop up right at the top. It's never there. So I'm scrolling down and it's not there. So I go back up to the top and so I put Star Wars channel, and then it pops up, and then I can click on it. And so I was like freaking out trying to get to it. I was hyperventilating and watched the trailer.
Well, even when you said
hold on. At what point in that whole process did you get out your flip phone and type?
There's your one shot at me.
Oh no! That wasn't that. Listen, that wasn't the shot.
You could just said phone.
No. But here's
no, we couldn't.
No. Listen, no, guys, listen. There's a reason why I'm saying this. It's a fully legitimate reason.
Yeah.
He has a flip phone. I'm not throwing shade. Okay, this is not me getting back at Jeremiah. Okay, but on a flip phone, for those of you that are young enough, you've never had to do this. You've never had to text on a flip phone. I have. I'm old enough that I have texted on a flip phone. So on a flip phone, you have to hit the numbers multiple times to get to certain numbers. Not to mention, he texted me the word trailer in all caps. So like, what I'm trying to say is, Jeremiah, there was a lot of extra effort involved in sending me a text that said trailer in all caps. So
and I had like 20 exclamation points on it.
Yeah, it did.
You gotta understand. I was panicking so hard trying to text you that I couldn't spell the word trailer. I was like, I know I can't spell out Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer just dropped.
Yeah.
I had to like just do trailer, million exclamation points. Yeah. I was like, I couldn't even spell trailer. I had to like go back and delete letters and go and do it.
See? So what I'm trying to say is it wasn't like he just pulled out his iPhone 13 Pro Max
Push
and just like voice
TR
to text.
and then
Yeah. So what I'm saying, so where in the process of that whole freak out did you text me? After you watched it?
After I watched it, I was like, watching a trailer is more important than telling you the trailer dropped. How about that?
Well, because
That's-
I
yeah.
was on Instagram for Empire Radio. Go check us out if you haven't yet. And I was posting those individual photos to our story, and then Jeremiah texted me. He said trailer, and I was like, "Where?" And I looked on
I was
YouTube,
like-
and I could not find it.
I
was like,
I
so
texted, didn't I text you the link? Or no, I texted you
No.
though, Drew.
yeah, you texted me like right after, and I said like I know, but like
Yeah.
I looked just to see if this was real. Like I don't know why. It's not that I didn't trust you. I just couldn't. I didn't.
He's like,
see
so
it
he texts me
yet.
back, where ? I'm like, everywhere.
You said
Like,
everywhere, and I was like, "What?" And I
What do you
looked on
mean?
YouTube, and I could not find it. Like you said, I couldn't
okay, but
find it
this
right
is-
away.
I literally texted you 10 minutes after I texted Andrew.
So it is funny. I still
I
work
found
from
it, but
home.
it was a little bit.
So I still work from home, and I was sitting here, and I had just taken a break. I had sat down at my computer, and I had my phone propped up against one of my studio monitors, like the speakers, because during the day I just prop it there, and if I get notifications, I can look over and attend to it if I need to. And I saw a text from Jeremiah come through, and I've said this before. I think I've said it a few times,
Yeah.
but like when Jeremiah texts me, it's always something. Historically, it's been something that I need to look at fairly quickly. And I have this feature on my phone. I'm sure everyone has their own variations of it, but like I don't have the text, but then I can hold the notifications and pull down, and it shows a preview. And I don't even think I read through the full word. And I literally threw my phone down and ran to my TV. I was like, because somehow my brain subconsciously went, we got the photos. This is what he's talking about.
Was
And
Mikhail home? Does she work from home?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
she saw you just run across like
I was sprinting into the living room, and I was like, Mikhail, the Obi-Wan trailer's out. She's like, oh cool. Didn't come into the living room.
Oh god.
So, but then I watched it. I think I watched it like 4 or 5 times in a row, and then she came in and we watched it together. So, thank you, Jeremiah.
And then Drew had to do
I had to
a
wait
reaction and set up.
I had to
all
wait
that
till like
stuff.
freaking 6 o'clock at night to watch this. So
Gosh.
Yeah, he texted me. He was like, I'm waiting until I get home to watch it. I was like, you're better than I am.
Hey, but my reaction video was good, and if you haven't watched it yet, go to Empire Radio on YouTube. It's pretty good.
One of our most viewed videos, actually.
It is.
Yeah.
Because the thumbnail was pretty fire too. So yeah.
Because YouTube's going like,
yeah,
yep.
Well, I mean,
That's all
that's
you
how
need.
you get views nowadays.
And
You just-
highlight yourself and
Yeah,
just-
you have to put the white outline around yourself, and
Yeah, I don't know how to do that well, so sorry.
well, it's hard in Canva.
So I just did the free trial. I'm in that right now, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
The
I
free
can
trial
help
of
you
what?
if you need me to
Canva.
help you.
Oh,
Like the edition one.
oh, the pro one.
Mm-hmm. That's
Oh,
what I have.
yeah.
It's actually pretty easy with the pro one to do the highlights.
Are you talking about if you duplicate it and then you make it duotone and then you see? I don't know what the deal was when I tried to do that so many times, but like I could never get it to be like an even outline.
Mm. Well,
So
Stephanie's really good at it, and then she taught me, and then
oh,
I've
see with Photoshop, you just go in,
We don't care about Photoshop.
layer styles, outer glow, and it's done.
Well, we don't got fancy programs like you, so.
Well, to be
Hey,
fair, if
hey,
I ever lose
Jeremiah,
my
first of
job,
all-
I don't have it either.
Oh well, don't lose your
So,
job. And
yeah,
also,
that's-
Jeremiah, don't watch where you're on thin ice already. What's it, Andrew? Don't throw too much shade.
Yeah.
You gotta wait.
Yeah,
I'm not scared of Andrew, sorry.
you will be.
I'm scared.
You will be.
I'm not scared.
Name that movie.
Hot Rod.
Nope. Empire Strikes Back.
Ooh.
I think Yoda says that. Might be Return of the Jedi.
So you don't even know.
It's one of the two of them. I mean, out of nine movies, that's a pretty good success rate right there.
It's probably from Spaceballs, and you don't even remember.
Okay, I've
Okay,
never
s-
seen that movie.
You've never
Speaking
seen that movie?
No,
Nope.
we remember we were gonna watch it, and Andrew thought it was too raunchy, and we didn't watch it. We are gonna review it.
What?
Weren't we gonna
No,
review?
no, 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 no. That was Thumb Wars.
Oh,
That's a
we should review
completely dude.
Spaceballs.
Thumb Wars, dude. That was
Yeah,
freaking weird.
That's weird,
Yeah.
dude. But speaking of Spaceballs, there's so many
Wait, what?
memes. No, of the movie. There's so many memes right now of Obi-Wan with the
Oh yeah.
the goggles and
Yeah.
like the in between. And one of them I shared was like Obi-Wan looking into the binoculars, and then the next picture is them combing the sand
from Spaceballs.
Yeah,
Look,
and then
my favorite one that you've posted on Empire Radio has been the one that said, "Please remove lens cap."
yeah,
That one made me
the
chuckle.
last one.
Yeah. Anyways.
I like the Maul one when Maul was like looking at him.
Yeah, and
through
he
his
like
view.
waves. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jeremiah, you're up to date on all the memes, aren't you? The memes.
Probably.
I've seen probably more of the memes of making fun of what the Grand Inquisitor looks like than.
Okay.
I've been avoiding
when,
those.
when do we want to get to that? Because I have a rant.
We can go right now.
Do you have a rant of the trailer or a rant of the fans because of the?
I have a rant of the fans.
Okay,
Ooh,
well,
let's
looks
go.
like that rant's towards me. So
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's my time to shine, baby. It's my time to shine.
All right. Well, let's just jump in to the trailer. So, starts out in a desert. Classic
Big shock there.
big shock. And we just see our boy riding a Yoopy?
Yopi.
Yopi?
Yopi, yeah.
So he's I was gonna say driving one of those, but he's
Right.
riding.
Yeah. He's got the new eco-friendly model. Gas prices aren't as bad on Tatooine. It's the water prices.
Whoa. Is your mic okay, Drew?
Yeah.
He's unmuted on Discord.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
My
Okay.
bad.
I was like, what is going
Why does
on
Drew
right
sound
now?
like a robot now?
All right. So yeah.
So I would like to nerd out for 4.2 seconds.
Okay.
One of my favorite things. This is like a super beginner thing too.
All right. That's
but
been 4.2 seconds. So moving on.
Definitely not. But that's fine. One of my favorite things is when someone frames a shot where something is like really far into the foreground or blocking part of the view. And then the focus changes, and they did that in this trailer, and I was like, that is...
Because it's like focused on the front of the rock, and then it switches
it's
to
like on the
Obi-Wan
rocks.
distance.
Yeah, and then the focus shifts to him, and I was like, oof, there it is. It's one of my little nerdy things that I enjoy. Yeah, so now that everyone is better for that, we can move on.
Yep. So then he's in town. Not sure which town he's in, but he's...
Do you have any theories?
Well...
It's probably not Mos Espa.
No, it's probably Mos Eisley because he seems, when we get to episode 4, very familiar with scum and villainy or whatever he says. And so he's probably experiences a lot in Mos Eisley, and that's why he has that opinion. So that's my guess.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see the Cantina, I assume.
But what other towns are close to the homestead? Arrowhead?
Anchorhead?
Anchorhead.
Anchorhead.
But Anchorhead's so small, though.
Yeah, Tashi Station.
Remember we saw...
But, I mean, it's a settlement, at least.
Yeah, but... Yeah,
you see it in the deleted scenes, but...
But didn't we see... Was it Tashi Station or...
You saw Tashi Station in Boba.
In Boba, okay.
And it was...
That's
I mean,
small.
it's literally just a station.
2 buildings.
Yeah.
You think we'll see that?
I don't know.
Maybe not, because if
he's gonna go there and get some power converters.
Yeah.
Could.
Go Tashi Station for power converters.
I'm really sad that they didn't make that reference in Boba Fett.
Yeah, I was hoping they would.
I was really hoping he was gonna
we only sell power converters. That's what the bartender would say.
Or is this like there's one on the table and he's like, "Oh, I need a power converter." Like, it'd be nice if it was just
Or like a display, like right by the door, it says power converters in Arabesh.
Buy one get one free.
But yeah, they were having a sale. Yeah. But speaking of power converters, Drew, there's an animal in this scene where he's walking through the street
goat
with
thing
his
in the
Eobi.
background.
It looks like a goat.
Yeah, I'm trying not to look at it.
He said, "I'm absolutely triggered by this goat-looking thing right now."
So this means the Ewok live action movies are canon now because
that's a stretch.
Farm animals are.
I think droids would be canon first.
I don't know. We just reviewed episode 2 of Ewoks.
I know. Jeremiah, you want to hear something funny? Jeremiah texted me and he was like, "Hey, we're doing episode 2 of Ewoks tonight. Do you want to join us?" And I could have said, "Oh, I've got something going on," like a normal human being. But instead, I said, "Let me know when you do episode." I said, "Let me know when you do episode 2 to droids." And I winked. I did the little winky face.
Yep.
Don't worry, that's next week. So we'll see you then.
It is.
Jeremiah was like, "No."
I mean,
That's
we just
how-
put Andrew on. So
I was going to say, if you want to, the way that you guys completely tricked me on is by doing every episode of droids. So by the end of the year, we're like,
the rest
how did
until
I-
Obi-Wan
how did
started.
they- yeah. How did they get Andrew on every week? I thought he was going to be gone. Well, they just did droids.
Me and Jeremiah,
And he could not.
It's like, okay.
All right. So anyway, he's walking through town with his animal, and
Gave
the
up on
next
saying
scene,
it.
I think he's a butcher.
Oh, that resonates with you.
I think I might be
It's gonna be a-
Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't know. Like,
That's a little stretch. Calm down.
but it's just interesting that he's cutting. You think that's bantha?
It's something that is pink and
Or is
cubic
it the one he
in
wrote
nature.
Is it like
It's not the
like a
Eobi.
bantha? Like a bantha?
Stop. I have a group chat of all my old church musician friends from the church that I played at in Minnesota that we still text in. But what it normally is our bass player Matt sending us memes, and that's he like stokes the fire of the group chat every day with a meme.
Every day
And-
you guys talk?
Huh?
You guys talk every day?
No, we just get a meme every day.
Oh.
There's a difference. But since Boba Fett, he's been trying everything in his power to sneak a gif of him doing Boba doing that in, and it's almost been every day, if not every other day, that I see that gif. So
Has he done one with Luke sitting on the
Yeah.
house? Okay.
oh yeah, he already sent that meme.
Perfect.
It's very quick, actually. So oh yeah, so Obi might be
It's either he's cutting something or he's like sharpening a knife.
no,
Like on a stone.
he's definitely cutting something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's cutting some meat
Is
there.
anyone else mad that the thing he was walking through the city didn't poop?
No.
I
Shout
didn't
out
think
to
about it.
Episode 1. No, okay.
It would have been a good shot for. It would have been good for the shot right after the meat scene, where he's walking away.
And he just pooped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway,
Jeremiah,
so
continue, please.
while he's cutting the meat, we get the first line, and it says, "The fight is done."
It should have been hello there.
Possibly.
That's all I'm saying. Anyways.
And then it goes to him walking away. Seems like going home.
Yep.
And then he says, "We lost." And then it's him sitting outside of a cave, it looks like.
Yep.
And then, what is that little thing next to him? Is that just
It is
can?
that is a bottle of spatchka.
Do you think that's what it is?
A
A beverage of some sort?
Nah, I think
Or
it's
do you think-
water.
It's probably water.
You
Or
know
do
how
you think
easily
it's-
you would dehydrate if you had any sort of alcohol on Tatooine?
It's space alcohol. It's different.
Nah, it's probably still the same though. It dehydrates you pretty
Yeah, but
Maybe-
aggressively.
What if space alcohol doesn't actually affect your kidneys? It just affects your mind. So it does like the mind state, but it doesn't actually affect your kidneys.
Well,
so
that
you don't
means
get
he's watching over
dehydrated.
Luke drinking, and that's not a good practice either.
Yeah, but it's
Maybe it
boring. He probably
enhances
just
his
skip
abilities.
boring.
Maybe
He's just
maybe it's
bored.
like force wine.
Or it's like, yeah, maybe. I was trying to think of something else.
I have a theory about this cave, by the way.
All right, let's hear it.
So in one of the concept photos, we have that shot of him sitting in the cave.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
From the EU, from the EW article, from the Entertainment Weekly article, we have the shot of him in the cave. And I think for the first few years, I think he calls that cave home instead of the house that he originally or eventually gets. And I think that the cave is what he's sitting outside of in the shot. And if you see in the distance, that's the homestead, the Lars homestead. And I think for the first few years, he's intentionally that close so that he can be very quick to react.
Right.
So
this
theory.
is 10 years after episode 4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And 1 year after the Han Solo movie. So.
Okay.
So do you think? So you said at first he's in the cave. Does that mean for 10 years he's in the cave, or just for the first couple years, and now he has at the point of this trailer, he's in a house?
I mean, I think.
And do we think that this whole show is only 10 years, or do you think we get some flashes to like the early years of being in exile?
I think we might, but I think it would not be a stretch for him to live in that cave for 10 years. For the sake of being that close.
Mm-hmm.
Because like by the time A New Hope happens, he's so far away. Like, you know, the whole scene with R2.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just because of his age.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, you get older, you need a better bed.
Well, that too, but I'm not thinking of his age. I'm saying more of like Luke's age.
Yeah.
He's an infant. He's pretty young still. I mean, he's not an infant, but he's like 10 years old. Maybe in a few years from now, he's like, well.
When he becomes a teenager, I feel like he doesn't need to be as close.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see him being a lot closer during these early years because, I mean, Luke's uncle's not going to do
How
a good
far
job
is this from episode 4? How many years? Like 8? Right?
That was
9.
9. Yeah.
19 years between the movies.
Uncle Owen ages really bad in 9 years.
That's he does.
Oh, Obi-Wan.
But so does Obi-Wan.
Oh, that's true.
Tatooine it'll wreck you.
Apparently.
I thought that they were going to make him more gray than he did. It is in this trailer. Because
I'm here for it.
I feel like he's aged appropriately for 10 years since Revenge of the Sith, but aging 19 years since Revenge of the Sith is way more than what he could do in 9 years, it seems like. So I thought they were going to make him more grays in his beard and stuff.
Well, considering in 9 years, Obi-Wan is an old man. Yeah.
Well, he's only like supposed to be 61 or something, like in A New Hope.
Yeah, he's not.
He doesn't. He looks way.
He's not like a 70 or 80-year-old man.
No.
Yeah. Well, and there's a video about that somewhere that I haven't watched yet, but like I know it's because of Tatooine.
I mean, for example, just say it's sand and
look. For example,
dehydration.
I had a team lead for the summer that I did solar panel construction, and he spent a lot of time in the sun, and his skin looked like a hairless bantha, and he looked way older than he was. So
that's fair.
It happens.
So wear your sunscreen, everyone.
Yeah, actually.
And moisturize, have a face wash routine.
It's changed my life.
I just
do it.
Use my shampoo to clean my face. Sorry.
Oh.
Well.
What?
Well.
Yeah, why would I do anything else other than that? And I have very nice skin, okay?
I mean,
you do now.
You don't look that bad.
Yeah,
you do now.
Who am I trying to impress?
You never know.
Never.
All you single ladies out there that are listening.
All you single ladies.
No.
All you single. Put your hands up. Anyways,
you're not getting a ring from me. Sorry, but if you want
until the one that does,
you can buy it yourself. Sorry, no. But anyway,
Stuffy Leviathan says that's hair cleaner, Jeremiah. Yeah, it's a completely different thing, Jeremiah.
it's all the same.
No, it's no.
Boy, it's perfectly. I've been using Pert Plus on my face since I was like 13 years old. Okay,
You've been using what?
Pert Plus.
What the heck is that?
You've never heard of Pert Plus, like a very well-known shampoo brand?
I've never heard of it either.
No.
How do you not know about Pert Plus? It's like the original 2-in-1 shampoo.
Oh, you
use a 2-in-1 on your face?
And there's nothing wrong with my face, so.
All right, so but Luke on the other hand, thinks he's flying.
So yes, we then from the distance we see him using his. Are they called by
his 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner on his face, like Jeremiah? No, I'm joking.
Okay.
Sorry,
I'm just saying. Okay, whatever. So he's looking at the homestead.
Yeah, this is pod racing.
Now, some people have said that the homestead itself, like that structure, looks small. Do you think it looks smaller than it did in previous films?
No.
Drew?
Okay. So there is. Are they talking about the opening in the ground?
No, they're talking about the igloo-looking thing.
Oh, the
they all got burned to the crisp.
No,
and their bones.
It looks normal.
I think it looks the same.
Oh, I think it looks a little small, but I don't know.
But this is pod racing.
Yeah, this is definitely pod racing.
Yes. So it shows a homestead, and then it zooms in on Luke sitting on the igloo with goggles on, pod racing,
and then
and then
the
what?
Best song in the world.
Then this is where everyone around the world cried.
I did
tears of joy.
Like I had the biggest chills of all time.
Yeah, same.
I was like in shock.
I wasn't crying, but I was completely in shock. My mouth was open. I had chills. I didn't have any words. There were no words.
I got a little emotional too. Like I got a little emotional seeing Luke, and I don't care about Luke, and I got a little emotional. So like, I don't know why I got so excited.
That's a great way to explain it. Yeah, I don't even care about Luke, and I got emotional.
Well, I get it. Luke is not one of my favorite characters either, Jeremiah. But when I saw Luke, I did freak out too, because I was like,
"Oh, you guys haven't read the expanded universe novels, apparently."
Canon only.
But yes. So, and then when the music hit, the Duel of the Fates. Well, technically, the Duel of Fates theme was playing before this point, if you pay attention. But it hits really hard with the Lucasfilm LTD logo. And that's when it all went crazy, because I started getting chills, I started hyperventilating, and then we see Inquisitor ship flying across water to what is the
Inquisitorius
facility, and which is also the same facility from Jedi Fallen Order, which you do play in. So that is part of canon, that game, Jedi Fallen Order. So same building, and so we know that the Inquisitors are here a lot, and Vader spends time here as well. And we hear the Grand Inquisitor say while it's flying in, the key to hunting Jedi is patience, which is interesting. And then we get the shot of the Grand Inquisitor.
Here we go.
All right, go ahead. Lay it on me.
Okay, so first and foremost,
yes,
there are 3 Inquisitors in this shot. Let's just get this out of the way first.
In this shot,
the Grand Inquisitor, the something brother with the hat that I never forget his.
The 5th brother from.
Yeah,
Rebels.
They should have just given him freaking names. I don't remember their numbers.
It's the Empire. 5th. They don't give names.
It is. It's the 5th brother. That's a name.
No, I'm joking.
Isn't it?
No, we should name him right now. What should we name him, guys?
Well, the
Cool hat
actor,
guy.
the actor is Asian, so maybe something more like that species might be more based off of like Asian looks. So maybe we could do something like that.
Who's the actor?
I forget his name. Fun fact: he's not in the trailer, but Ice Cube will be in this show.
No way.
What?
Are we
Yes.
there yet? Huh? Huh?
No, we are not. But
Sun
he
Kang.
is.
Sun Kang.
But we're straight out of Compton, that's for sure.
Hey.
All right. So
I can't go any further
Nope.
than that. It gets bad real quick.
And we're done.
And we're done. Anyways.
So okay, so you're saying there's just 3, okay, and then you have,
and then what's her face? Reva
Where's
Reba McEntire, the Inquisitor. Reva, whatever. However you
where is
pronounce
she
it.
in this?
She's all the way on the right when it pans over.
Yeah, she's on the right. She's on the right. So you
on the
got
back.
fifth brother. You got Lens Flare. You got Grand Inquisitor, and then right over
Lens
the
flare.
shoulder, you got the Lens Flare. You got right over the person's shoulder.
Oh,
she's
super,
back there.
like last second.
Yeah, I told the guys beforehand. I've got Final Cut Pro open, and so I'm literally hitting the right arrow, just going frame by frame.
Yeah, that's
okay.
the best way to do it.
So,
the seventh sister too.
What
is her name? The seventh sister.
I didn't know if that was the seventh sister or not.
I can't remember. No, I don't remember all of them. You can
said that in the chat.
Look it up. But
anyways, okay. So, what I want to hear your guys' opinion. Let's just open this can of worms, nice and easy. What do you think of the Inquisitor? Obviously,
so my initial thing was like, okay, who's this guy? So obviously that means I didn't recognize him as the Grand Inquisitor.
You didn't?
Because he looks nothing like the Grand Inquisitor from Rebels. So like I didn't even register that was him. And then after I watched it a bunch of times and I had put the subtitles on, it said Grand Inquisitor was speaking.
I instantly knew who he was. Like
same.
Instantly. It did. It didn't even.
Okay,
his outfit's the same. What do you mean? Like it's super obvious.
They all look the same. They're all black suits. Like
no, they're not. They're all different.
Similar.
They all have different.
Okay, but you
styles.
Cannot, okay, but you cannot put their faces side by side and tell me they look the same.
No, they look the same. One's the skinny, one's fat. That's the difference. The first,
that
Grand
is not true at all. The red under the eyes is a completely different shade.
Well, that's because
I couldn't even see the red on his face, and
he's in Tatooine. He has sand on his face.
And the ones on his forehead are a different. It's the same like design, yeah, but it's still different dimensions of the design of the red on the forehead. The shape of the head is completely different, and there's no yellow eyes. And so
this is before Rebels, and he wasn't as stressed, and then. So he was healthy and fat, and then Rebels. Then he got super scrawny, and he was struggling.
You could say that, weight issue. But we do have a live action canon representation of this species on Utapau in Episode 3, and when you put them side by side, you know for a fact that they can do a live action of that species that looks like
that, yeah,
like the Grand Inquisitor in Rebels. There's no excuse why they couldn't do that in live action in this. And like it's blatantly different looking. And okay, so with Rebels, everything in Rebels in the stylization is skinnier. Like the saber blades are very thin, the character outlines, they're very so I kind of at first was thinking, okay, it's just a stylization difference from going from Rebels to live action. But when you see that they've done live action of this species and it looks like the one from Rebels, I'm like, they could have put more effort into making it look closer. I understand it's going to look different, like I get that, but it was not recognizable to me at all when I saw him. So that's my case.
It didn't bother me. I didn't even realize. I automatically knew it was him just from just the way he looks, and I think also later on when you see him in a different light, his outlines and his redness and his lines on his head are more prominent. So I think it kind of fixes it for me too. And yeah, it didn't bother me at all. I think the only thing that's like, for instance, like that really stands out differently for me, besides how scrawny the Rebels one is that his eyes aren't like just bloodshot yellow. Because in Rebel,
Bloodshot yellow,
or like they're just all yellow.
right?
In Rebels, like they're just straight up all yellow. And this
Right.
one, it doesn't really seem like that. But if honestly, the one that looks way different is the fifth brother. To me, he looks like a completely different species altogether.
Well, the one in Rebels has more on his face. His helmet covers more of his face, whereas this one there's less on his face. So I think there might be maybe he got damaged or injured on his
Throughout
face.
this.
So I can understand like that. I think here the fifth brother looks smaller, whereas in Rebels he looks more like the Rock. So
Oh yeah.
so I think the stature is different, but like that's less of an
And
issue.
I don't even remember the seventh. I don't remember that girl at all.
No, we've never seen this girl before.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, this is a
That
different
makes sense.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, so
I was like, I've never seen her. So
There's
I don't
two
know.
more Inquisitors in here that the two female Inquisitors we haven't seen before.
Okay.
So
I don't know.
and
It didn't bother me. Andrew?
let me have it.
Okay. So I'll start by saying that the point that you made about what they did in Revenge of the Sith is valid, like extremely valid. Obviously there's a difference in budget. I don't know what went on behind the scenes, why they made the decisions that they did for the makeup. Obviously, the Puan species was first represented in Revenge of the Sith, and then they like modeled the Grand Inquisitor off of that. So I don't know. I don't know who was making the decisions, why they made the decisions that they did. However, the one thing that I think it's really important to keep in mind is that so like when we see Ahsoka for the first time, they're having to take a character that was predominantly in the Clone Wars, which is already stylized, and bringing that into live action. And then to take matters deeper, the Grand Inquisitor is from a show that was even, like you said, more stylized. And all of the proportions were like super weird in that show too, like compared to like normal
even
humans.
Ahsoka's like, what are those called? Leku are like way longer.
Yeah.
And then you get her in Rebels, and it like shrunk like significantly.
In Mando.
Yeah.
That was like more of like a practical thing.
Yeah.
Like it can't move around with giant.
And so
things.
I actually think that actually is my point. I think that this was more of a practicality thing. Could they have added more onto the top of his head to make his head look a little bit more elongated? Probably so. But the thing that people have to keep in mind is like the Puan in Revenge of the Sith, they didn't do anything, and only one of them talked. And those guys had like super high collars. There was a lot of concealment going on. There's pictures on the internet of some of the other ones without that still also look really good. But I would imagine that for the emoting that the Inquisitor is going to have to do, for the role that he's going to have to play, I'm willing to bet that the driving factor behind this was a very practical one, because he's going to be involved in a lot more action and a lot more dialogue than we probably realize. Does it look close? Not really. I'll give people that, but like I've really gotten fed up with like this constant back and forth, and this hits on a bigger thing. This constant back and forth between like Star Wars fans and Disney. Like, I'm just really tired of it. Like, I'm tired of every time we get something new, there's always something to nitpick. And I'm not saying that the sentiment is wrong. I'm not saying that, like, obviously he doesn't look like he did in Rebels. Part of that is because it was a cartoon. Part of that is because these are real people that they have to put in the makeup. Like for the seventh brother, like no one on Earth except for The Rock and freaking fifth brother, Dave Bautista, and like a handful of pro wrestlers are built that way. And if they can't get those people to play this character, what do? Like you improvise. Like you get
and we don't want to see The Rock and
exactly.
everything.
And so like there has to be a little bit of grace, but also like I'm just tired of people complaining because like there's a petition right now. Like
Shut up.
I've seen a change.org to change the YouTube brand because I'm like, there's no way you can. Like this isn't like, Sonic. You can't just type in a few numbers in a computer.
Y'all want Disney to delay the show even more?
No. Yeah,
like
it's
shut
just
your
like,
mouth.
It's like I get that there are flaws. Like obviously Boba was the same way. But like at what point are we just not going to complain and try to enjoy it too? Like at the end of the day, like people need to understand that like the complaining is only going to do so much. And you either are just going to boycott it or you enjoy the show.
You know, a third option is to complain louder and then maybe they'll hear.
Yeah, but it's like they've obviously, I mean, like this close, Jeremiah, you and I both know from Corridor that they're done everything when it comes to practical shooting.
Right.
Like they would have to do all of that digitally and then they would have to do it. How much time do we have now? Like a little bit over 2 months?
Right.
Like it's not happening. There's no way.
It would probably take them at least 6 to 8 months just to like redo a visual representation, like CGI and stuff. And it's like I'm not mad at the choice that they made. I'm just saying I felt like they could have made it more obvious that it was the same person. And so like I get
that.
It's just I'm just used to the oblong face.
Yeah.
So like I'm not mad at it because I know I agree with you. It's probably a practical thing where he has to be doing all these action scenes and all these crazy movements, and you can't have this cone head flopping back and forth. Have you seen that meme?
No.
Where they take the Dan Aykroyd cone head and
no.
put it on
him.
Oh,
heck no.
and give him yellow eyes. But
I mean, because like
I just don't understand why he doesn't have yellow eyes to me. Because that's not hard.
Maybe maybe he's not consumed by the dark side enough.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe you just have to get to that point where,
which like, maybe is why his
Anakin was able to tap into the dark side so strongly and powerfully in Revenge of the Sith that his eyes turn yellow. But maybe you need
maybe it's to come.
You need a certain like midichlorian count to like hit it that easy. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, and to be fair, Jeremiah, this isn't like directed at you in any way.
I don't know. You said at the beginning of the episode that you were going to come at me. And...
Yeah. I mean, it would be pointless, but like it'd be a waste of time. But like, I like when I saw him for the first time, I immediately registered the differences and I immediately like reflexively kind of cringed because I knew what was coming. Like I knew that the second this trailer dropped, comments everywhere, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everyone was going to be up in arms about this. And like, could they have done better? Yes. Do we fully understand all of the circumstances around why they ended up the way that they did? Was it just negligence or was it like some supply chain issue or...
Oh, that'd be so bad if it was.
I mean, but for real,
due to COVID, we couldn't give him a cone head.
Like what if? But we don't know. And at the end of the day, like we're getting the first live action Grand Inquisitor, and it's something that, valid or not, frustrations aside, like we should be excited about.
Right.
So that's just where I'm at because I'm just tired of like. I'm tired of the nitpicking. Like it started with the sequels, and there was a lot of reason for that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we all know what The Last Jedi is. Okay, there's no denying that. But like, I think like Star Wars fans as a whole have gotten just into this routine of like, this isn't exactly how I envisioned it in my head. So you know what? I'm gonna go to Twitter and complain about it. And like, I don't know. Like I did that for so long, not on Twitter, but on the podcast or like to my wife or whatever, that it just got exhausting. And now I'm just like, man, I just want to enjoy Obi-Wan
Yeah,
for what it is.
like I said, I didn't ever even thought about it. And people were starting to play. I'm like, whatever, who cares? I didn't even know that there's like a petition. Like, dude, can we just petition to redo 8? Like, don't waste your time on this.
Oh,
There's
God.
bigger fish to fry out there. Come on, don't waste your time on this.
There's always a bigger fish.
True.
Hey.
And this is not one of them.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, like, I mean, we're gonna get Thrawn eventually. Yeah. And it's either gonna be spot on, or it's gonna be kind of weird because we've never seen him in live action, and like that's another thing. Like,
eventually, you mean in this show?
The thing about Thrawn is his Chiss is more humanoid in the face.
That's true.
It's true. Literally just
you just have to have a really sharp face and blue paint.
I'm pretty sure. Well, the rumor is that the Mendelsohn, the voice actor for him, is the one that's being cast as him, and he's a tall guy, just like Thrawn. Has a face that's a similar shape.
He does have a face.
He has a face.
He's got a good one, yeah.
And so with a little bit of prosthetics and stuff, like on the cheeks and stuff, like it could definitely make him look very similar. So like I'm not worried about Thrawn, but
yeah. Going to the chat, I will say I don't want to see any helicopter lightsabers.
But
we did.
But I'm sorry.
Oh, flying!
There's a difference between spinning and a helicopter to me.
Gotcha.
Spinning is fine. Spinning is a great trick.
Right.
True.
Not necessarily in combat, but it's still a great trick.
Hey,
but
it's a great trick, and if they can fly now,
see, that's another reason why I hate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't want to see them fly with their lightsabers.
Why not?
Because he knows I'm going to say they fly now. That's why.
The second if that happens, I'm gonna hear Drew through the Force just over my shoulder saying that. I personally don't think it makes sense.
You do know that the reason that it works as a helicopter is because there's propulsion in the hilt, not the blades themselves, causing the flight, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes.
This is canon.
I believe it's canon. I believe
there's too much going on in that hilt, man. Like it's got a spinny thing. It's got a repulsor lift.
It has a propulsion in it, and so the blades just are there spinning for balance.
Okay, but do lightsaber? Oh, I guess they do have weight now that we've seen Mando in the Darksaber. But
they don't have weight. It has perceived weight.
Oh, very philosophical of you.
Yes, I guess.
Okay. So all of that to say, like, could they have made a more screen accurate Inquisitor? Probably. Yeah. I mean, I would say it's like 98.2% probable. But
does it wreck the show?
No, not at all.
Is it worth waiting 6 more months so they can
no, it's not. I've already waited long enough for this show.
Exactly.
Gosh darn it!
So if you are listening, you signed that. Shame on you.
They no, don't say that. But they definitely got it close enough. They got it close enough for me that when I looked at him, I was like, oh, it's a Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, I knew right away. I had no issues with. I see it. Does it bother me? No. Like I mean,
his head's a little wide for.
That's what I'm saying.
They have the meme of the whatever cartoon it was with the big head, the Megamind.
Yeah. Oh no.
Where they put the Grand Inquisitor makeup on the face, and they look.
I'm just saying.
Darn it!
It's just funny. Okay, it's just a meme. It's fun.
I know.
I'm just saying. They're looking for Obi-Wan, and then they never find him, and he gets stressed, and then he doesn't eat properly, and then he loses a bunch of weight, and now he
drinks a ton of coffee.
Yeah. And not enough water. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So is that what you tried to do right there?
No, I mean, I was just
Well,
throwing that out.
We're already
No.
talking about it, so we might as well just jump into it. So, if you're on a desert planet and you want to help your skin, you need a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I mean, you need water.
From Wesley Andrews.
Oh, that too.
So, they are coincidentally our sponsor for today's episode. So, let's hear a word.
Hey everyone, Andrew here. I'm pleased to tell you that the sponsor of today's episode is Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea. If you don't know anything about Wesley Andrews, you definitely should. They're an award-winning coffee roaster and shop in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they make fantastic coffee. The awesome thing is that whether you live in the Twin Cities or not, you can get their coffee beans delivered straight to your door by ordering them online. They even have a subscription service that ensures you never run out of amazing coffee. If you've been looking for some new coffee to try or a way to elevate your normal coffee routine, now's your chance. Head over to wesleyandrews.cc, use the code Empire Radio, that's with a capital E and a capital R with no space at checkout, to get 15% off your first purchase of any bags of coffee or a coffee subscription. I can't think of a better deal. Get 15% off some great coffee, support a small business, and support your favorite Star Wars podcast. In the words of Emperor Palpatine, do it.
Do
Do it.
All right.
Nice.
So, we see the Grand Inquisitor.
Yep.
And then the next scene is
Space train.
Let's say like a space bus or something. Because it's not a train because it's only one.
No. There were multiple cars.
Oh, there's like 4 cars.
Yeah.
3 or 4 cars.
Yeah. There's at least 2. There's at least 2 cars.
I think there's at least 3. The first one.
Well, I think the front one is like just the main.
Yeah. There's a.
Engine.
It's like a. Oh, no. Okay. Hold on. It's like a bus with a trailer.
Right.
Because there's a bunch of junk back there.
Or it's a light rail.
In the trunk.
I was thinking something like that, and then I was like, I don't want to say that because, and then you went there. So,
anyways,
there's a bunch of junk in that trunk. But,
things I never thought I'd hear Jeremiah say.
So,
while everyone wanted Jeremiah to say.
Yeah.
So while we get this bus, train thing, whatever, going through the desert, the Grand Inquisitor says, Jedi cannot help what they are. Now, he's going towards the city, and we see something tall in that city. Is that just like a radio tower dish type thing, or what? Do we recognize that from a previous city? That we?
Oh, you're talking about the far off shot?
Yeah.
'Cause
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know what that is at all.
Tall tower, but
that could be Mos Espa.
Yeah, isn't there that one?
But that's a hole in the ground, and I don't remember there being.
I thought there was like a tower in that.
No, but
there was, but that was like down and like it was just kind of like a.
Yeah, but I wonder if this is like the up. They're on the top part before it goes down to the hole.
Right, but I don't remember that
being that tall.
Or especially that design.
I mean, on Tatooine, there's only like 3 cities. So like
I think there's a lot more. It's just that we're just on one side of the planet for all the movies.
Okay, so Mos Espa, the tower. There is a tower, but it does not. Towers? You know, I know what you're trying to do, but the first thing my mind went to was not that, and I got sad. But anyways,
yeah, me too.
Oh, what? No, I didn't.
I know. I know your intentions were pure. Your intentions were pure. I got it. There is a tower that does stick out above the top, but it is not. It's not shaped that.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, they gotta have construction done. I don't know.
Or it could have got destroyed and they had to redo it.
Yeah, I mean, a freaking Rancor could have, instead of grabbing his ship.
Hey,
but that's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. Huh?
Chill. The
Anyways,
red course scene was amazing.
I mean, it was
Like
really
King
cool, but
Kong.
it's very unnecessary.
Okay.
Anyways, sorry.
So anyway, so then after it goes from the far off shot of the town, it goes into the bus thing, and Obi-Wan is sitting there with a bunch of other people.
I love that.
And so then, what's that species? 2 people down to his right
The one with the only nose thing.
with a big giant nose.
Oh, there's what is that in?
What?
That the species.
I think they're in. No, they're in episode 9. It's
Yeah.
a species that they went to that in episode 9 when Ray and all them they went to that big celebration.
Yes,
And
yes.
and Luke and Lando was there.
Yeah,
and they bumped into
and she
Lando.
talks to the little kid. Yeah, it's that same species.
It's that
Yeah,
species.
yeah. I was
Is
like,
it?
dude, I know
Yeah.
I've seen it in cinema before, but I don't remember which movie.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're
Alright.
called, but they look like a blump.
A what?
Blump. It's just like when it's just blump. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
But then all the way at the far
It's
end,
like we're never having Andrew back on this podcast.
at the far end, there's another alien species, a tall.
to the
Yep.
left.
Who does that? I recognize like that cheekbone. I don't remember what that's.
Jeremiah's all about cheeks tonight.
Cheeks and lava buns.
Yep.
Anyways, that cheek structure is the same as the dude with the red helmet in The Force
Oh yeah.
Awakens.
Yep.
The red helmet and the Force Awakens.
The Crimson Corsair guy or something. Hold on one second.
What scene? Where?
Maz's Cantina. Castle.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, there's so many aliens in there.
I just typed in the Force Awakens red helmet guy. Let's see if that see if that works. Oh no, yo, tons of pictures of him just showed up. Sidian Ithano. It is most definitely the same species. He just has a helmet on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see what the species is. What did you say?
I was gonna say both of these species are from the.
He's nicknamed the Crimson Corsair, Blood Buccaneer, the Red Raider, and the Silent Scourge of the Lost Clusters. Wow. Delphidian. Okay, no, that's not what I was thinking at all. Oop, nope. That did not look like. Nope. I take it back. I take it all back. Abort. Abort. Anyways.
He looks cool.
Anyway, yep. It's always cool seeing aliens in Star Wars, but
Yeah.
So anyway,
it's kind of sad that there's only 2 aliens in this card of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 25 or like almost 20 people, and there's only 2 aliens. It's kind of sad, but yeah.
Well, there's
Maybe-
at least some good representation among the humans.
maybe people
That's
can
actually
survive in the desert better than some aliens, a lot of alien species.
Well,
Or maybe
and-
the aliens just don't want to be there.
yeah,
or-
I
or
would
maybe
blame them.
smarter.
Maybe they don't have to drive
Yeah.
that bus. Go on the bus.
But then after this, we see them back at the Inquisitorius facility, and we see
It's very imperial,
Very.
very
Yes, but
shiny.
it seems like it's more First Order looking than.
Yeah, or Sith.
It's because
Or
I think
Sith.
I think it's more First Order looking because of the shiny floor and the red
Right.
highlights. But I think it screams Sith to me a lot. Which I
Yeah, because
side.
the black and red, the pointy chair, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
the uncomfortable furniture for sure definitely
dude,
adds the dark.
there is no reason for furniture in Star Wars to not be super comfy and look cool. Okay, there's no reason. They have figured out the technology for freaking lightsabers. Okay,
But their
You can make a comfortable
chairs are
chair.
hard, man.
no, they're not.
Yeah, but
They're-
have you sat in these specific chairs? Maybe they're perfectly shaped to like
Maybe
the
they are,
exact
but
angle
per species too.
maybe.
species.
But I'm looking at this chair on the right, the empty one, and it is literally a flat surface.
It might be memory foam.
Oh,
Well, you're not wrong.
Or maybe there's something better than memory foam in the galaxy.
Super memory foam.
Sith foam.
Sith.
Ooh.
Wow. That's what Emperor Palpatine should have been doing.
Making Sith foam.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway.
I was trying to think of something, but
I was trying super.
I was coming up with trying to find a pun.
I had one, and I'm not. It was great. It was really good in my mind, and then it was about to come out of my mouth, and I was like, "Wait, abort! That's not going to be good if you say that."
Yeah.
So, Sheevy boy. It's like lazy boy, but Sheev.
So funny that you mentioned Sheev. So remember a while ago we had a conversation about the name Sheev and whether it was a good name or not.
That's a great name.
So Palpatine called in last week and complained that Drew didn't like his name.
Oh boy.
So then
Emperor Palpatine, I love your name.
I defended that Sheev is a great name.
Sheev is a great name.
And Andrew didn't know that Sheev was his first name until last week.
Wait, Drew?
Yeah.
Didn't know?
I don't know why he said Andrew. Yes, I did not know.
You didn't know his first name was Sheev?
No, I thought that was like another like evil name that was given to him. I didn't realize that was like
Sheev.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well,
because
I mean,
he didn't get that name until like way later on.
That's not true.
I mean, if you read Plagueis, it's in Plagueis.
Is it? I was thinking it wasn't in Plagueis because I don't remember them calling him.
But like his name was Sheev in episode 1 for sure, and that came out 13 years before Plagueis came out.
No, but I'm saying in 4, 5, and 6, his name.
Well, he didn't have any reason to be called Sheev then.
I'm just saying that wasn't his name, and his name sounds stupid. If I wanted cheese, I would just get cheese. Okay, I don't. But yeah, I didn't.
Well, Emperor Palpatine, Jeremiah, and I do not feel the same way.
Yep, we love your name. Like if someone named their son Sheev, I wouldn't complain at all. Like
no, I might name my next cat Sheev.
As a pet, yes. As a human,
well, no, it would be in honor of him.
Yeah, but if you let's say I know the running joke, and you're not having a kid, but if you had a kid,
I'm not having.
Would you name your kid Sheev?
It would be on the table.
Have you thought of kid names before? If you were to
me,
I can guarantee.
No, actually. Mm-mm.
Really? But your wife has?
Nope.
Either? Oh well.
Well, because neither of us really want kids.
Well, there you go.
So.
No, Andrew's not having a kid. I literally said that, chat. Chill.
No, and Andrew is not having a kid. That hasn't changed from 3 weeks ago, when I also said I was not having a kid. And before someone says that he knows of, no, we're not having a kid. So
They're
still gonna say that, even though you just said that.
No,
but
I know.
All right. Anyway, they're back at the Inquisitorius facility. They're underwater, and we see the fifth brother, classic Inquisitor saber up to his back, like just in Rebels, and then we see the two new Inquisitors, two female ones.
Are they underwater or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just like in Fallen Order when we're underwater. And so
never got that far.
Yeah, that's Reva and Sarah.
Huh?
I just named her.
Oh,
okay.
She could be a Brittany, or maybe a
Barb. She looks like a Barb to me.
A Barb? What?
Barb. She's an old school name.
Like Barbara? Like short for Barbara?
Correct.
Okay.
So anyway, have we seen her species before? All the way on with those weird little tail things? Because we do see a closer shot of her later on in the trailer.
Yeah, I don't. I've never seen anything like that.
But it's interesting.
Where later on do we see a closer shot of her?
It's later on in the trailer.
Walking through the crowd when Obi-Wan's watching. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Maybe.
So So in this scene, though, it looks like the fifth brother and the other Inquisitor who's sitting down, they might outrank the other girl because it seems like she's going to them for instruction.
Well, she doesn't have. She has a name and not a number. Like they have officially come out in press and called her Reva, whatever you pronounce it. And so instead of the ninth and a half sister, I don't know if she's high enough in the ranking system to be.
Sibling.
I thought they have said she's a sister, though.
Oh, maybe they did.
I thought they did. I thought she was numbered as something. But I figured that if you were an Inquisitor, you were a brother or sister. That's just what I assumed.
Maybe you're like an initiate or something, or like an acolyte,
Step sibling first.
Yeah, like a cousin, a ranking distant,
a foster Inquisitor,
a ranking
Ooh.
distant.
You have to be a foster, and then you can get
You're not
adopted,
blood.
and then
You're not bloodborne. No, anybody? Nope.
An intern Inquisitor.
No, no one.
No, we don't know your reference.
Well,
Sorry.
Drew should.
I do.
Okay.
But instead, he said foundling first. You just took it in a completely different direction. It's
okay.
fine.
Anyway, so I think yes. So either way, I think the two sitting down outrank the girl who's standing.
Andrew, you should adopt her.
Yeah, Steffi Leviathan said she hasn't been adopted yet. Andrew, you should. I could. I feel like her and McKay would get along.
You wouldn't get along with an Inquisitor?
Are
you saying that the Inquisitor is like your wife, or your wife is like the Inquisitor?
They share the same strength and independence.
Well, we haven't seen this Inquisitor yet, so we don't know.
Okay, well, I'm making an assumption because she has a lightsaber.
True.
So,
and you have to have strength and independence to use a lightsaber.
Yeah, you do.
So
See,
apparently,
I turned that around.
Apparently, Din Djarin doesn't have strength and independence.
Thanks, Drew.
No, he doesn't. That's why it's too heavy for him.
Yeah.
Anywho, so after this, we are back on Tatooine, and someone has been hanged.
Hung.
Or hunged.
Hanged?
It doesn't matter.
It's hanged, right?
No, it's hung.
It's hung.
They were hung.
They have been hung.
Have been hung.
It's have been hung, or someone.
Hey, you know what? There's boots at the top of the frame.
Someone's having a.
Someone's having a dangling up there.
Has some neck problems right now. So, and then the Inquisitor says their compassion, and then it pauses, and then the Inquisitor turns around and looks at Uncle Owen, who's learned how to stand like Obi-Wan Kenobi on the ship on Mustafar.
Heck yeah, that's a power stance right there.
This power stance right there, like, so he's been getting some Jedi training.
He doesn't have his head down. He's not intimidated. That's a good day right there. Look at that.
Gosh, he ate so fast, dude. Like, I haven't stopped at his face. I'm like, he looks fine right now. But
yeah, he looks great.
Was it 8-9 years? Ooh.
Well, you know, the sun. Yeah, it does that to you.
Yeah. He does have a little gray. He has more gray than Obi-Wan, honestly, on his face.
He does. So I have a theory about the hanging guy.
Okay.
That is a Force sensitive, probably a Jedi on the run, but not very powerful one. Was hiding on Tatooine. She kills him and hangs him up as an example, or to pull Obi-Wan out of hiding. And I think it's the same guy that we see later running, has a tattoo on his hand, and she stops him underneath the little thing. So he might not be Force sensitive. He might not be Force sensitive or not, but I think that guy gets killed and hung up as a warning.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if you'd be I think it'd be very coincidental if there was two Jedi on the same planet.
I can get behind that,
I mean, he
Jeremiah,
probably wasn't
but
there for long.
But the thing is, it's Tatooine. So many people come in and out of that, especially if they're in hiding. It's kind of ironic that everyone, if they're gonna go hide, they're gonna go hide on Tatooine. But
I don't know. But
It's kind of out there.
But during this scene of this person being hanged, the Grand Inquisitor says their compassion leaves a trail, which is an interesting way that going back to the Ahsoka novel, they had that same thing where they were looking for. They saw a string of deeds by Ahsoka, and they kind of took interest. Like this area, these weird scenes of compassion or trouble or crime being hit are in one little sector of the galaxy, and this is definitely a sign of a Jedi. And so I think that's so. That being said, maybe you are right that that is a Jedi because there was a string of things that they followed to Tatooine, and then it goes to what we now know is a different new planet, and you have the name of that planet, Andrew.
I think it's Dayu.
Dayu. So this is definitely a more industrialized city of some sort, and it's
Reminds me a lot of like Hong Kong.
it reminds me of like what they were going to. It has like that feel that like the images we got of like level 13.
1313?
Yeah, 1313.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of looked like that from the Bad Batch Pantora when they're doing that chase.
Yeah.
Kind of has a lot of the same like lighting, like neon lights on the thing. So I doubt it's Pantora, but
No, it's Dayu.
Kind of reminded me of that. But so obviously that Inquisitor is looking for someone or something on that planet, which we're assuming is Obi-Wan. But then it goes back to another desert planet, which would probably be Tatooine again, and a ship lands. And the Grand Inquisitor says the Jedi Code is like an itch. And then we see an Imperial officer of some sort get off. And then this is when at 105 is when we get close up on that fourth Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Before we get to 105, it's kind of funny because the rebel girl, she was the officer. She was in Game of Thrones, and her character interacted with Din Djarin's character in the Game of Thrones. So it's kind of funny.
Oh.
So there's like pictures of them like in their outfits, and then like Din Djarin's like, "You look familiar," as like Mando, and then it's like the picture of them on Game of Thrones together.
Yeah, so she it looks like she has two tentacles that seem to split into two more. So she has two like right behind her where like a normal person's ears would be. It's like right behind her ears. They come off the back of her head and then they split off. Or maybe there's two clumpled together. Oh, there are.
I think there's two on each side that come out.
It's because of the shadow there. Yeah.
Right. So, but in this scene, that guy with that hat in the back,
it looks like he's got some fruit up there.
He's rocking that hat. I'm telling you, like
yeah, he looks good.
Like sure. We have the ice cream bucket guy at all the cons. They gotta do this guy.
Are you saying this guy might be the new guy?
This needs to be the new.
Yeah.
Like, just get some fruit and put it on a hat, like, and get some. That costume could be easily remade.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
501st already has a whole breakdown on that costume already. Let's be real.
Let's do it.
So in this scene, so obviously they're interrogating people. Mm-hmm. They've lined people up. Here's something that's really interesting. So you've got the Asian woman, hat guy, the other girl to his, if you're looking at him to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Just over that third person's shoulder, there's a hole where this underneath the roof of the stall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is what looks to be a female
Red hat,
in a
red
hat,
robe.
but with bright blue hair, shorter
Mhm.
bright blue hair. And if you play the scene, she's walking in parallel with the Inquisitor
Yeah.
and looking at the whole scene.
Do you think the
taking
Inquisitor
place.
is looking at her?
Yeah.
I'm thinking she's looking at the Inquisitor.
I feel like they're staring at each other through it, and
But-
maybe they're not interrogating those people. Maybe those people are just watching
Is
or
this
scared.
Is this what?
maybe is Sabine?
No, she's the same age as. She's a few years older than Luke.
Ah, dang it.
Dang.
I was gonna
But-
say all I'm saying is the way the person in the background is moving, that's really suspicious.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, so that's interesting that you put that. You know who she kind of looks like?
Who?
Morgan Elsbeth. The from that Ahsoka's the lady that Ahsoka fights in Mando.
No,
Kind
maybe
of.
maybe with shorter blue hair.
But blue
But-
hair. I don't really see.
Yeah,
the blue
there's
hair.
some teal hair going on.
I
Right
feel
underneath
like
the hat.
that's just part of the hat, right? It's like a.
It looks like blue hair to
she
me.
she doesn't look white. She looks
No.
Asian.
She does
yeah,
look Asian.
That lady is Asian.
She is Asian.
Morgan
But-
Elsbeth is
Yeah.
an Asian. She's Bruce Lee's goddaughter.
Yeah.
She looks like she's mixed.
Yes.
That
His
girl does not look
granddaughter,
mixed, is what I'm saying.
His goddaughter, that Morgan Elsbeth, is half white, half Asian.
Yeah, that girl.
I'm
I'm saying
saying-
that girl looks Asian. She doesn't look mixed.
Well,
She
I'm
still looks Asian.
I don't,
I'm
my
saying
kid
does
does
not
your
look-
son looks Asian, and
No, he
he's
doesn't.
half.
He looks white as heck.
Okay,
That boy's
whatever.
white.
But
Well,
more importantly about this scene,
I think she's at least a
She has
some sort of
something,
black
or she's, like-
background character.
okay. But more importantly, you point out her. But if
Yeah.
you follow your eyes more to the right, what do you see?
Looks like a Wookiee.
A Wookiee. So we see.
Where?
I think it's a Wookiee standing
Or
there.
it's something hairy, yeah.
It's definitely a Wookiee.
Oh,
It could be that thing from Rogue One. They're really
No, that's
tall.
white. That's
That's
white.
white.
There could be different variations of their fur,
It could be
Jeremiah.
Chewy.
It's not Chewie.
We don't know.
How do you know?
How do we know that,
There's too many characters.
dude? It could be Chewy. We could get Chewy and the Han
Yeah.
in this show.
We could.
What if we're like looking at this girl in the background? Meanwhile, Han is like the next one over.
Maybe it is.
That'd be nuts if we saw that. Whatever his actor name is.
Alden Eindrick.
Yeah, like that'd be nuts.
Yep.
Because it would be
Now-
literally a year after the Solo movie,
Mhm.
and it would work.
Now, Andrew, the first lady, she has like that green jacket thing, and she kind of looks like what's his name from Demon Slayer a little bit. It's like the same green.
Speaking of Demon Slayer,
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro a little bit.
Yeah,
Isn't
I was trying to tell you something about Demon Slayer during the
I-
Wesley Andrews ad. And I was
Oh,
like, speaking of Demon Slayer, as you were walking away, I was like, oh well, I'm not gonna talk about it with Jeremiah now.
well, that's fair. My bad.
So
all right. Well, so then after that, it continues on, and we see Obi-Wan watching from a distance as well.
yep, he does that.
And it's like the Jedi code is an itch, and he cannot help it. So it's him watching from a distance, and so he is clearly off
World.
Tatooine now. So
He's on Dayu.
Yeah, and then in the background, is that like a spotchka fountain?
I think it's an aquarium. I think they're selling something inside there. Some fish. Or something. Some plants, or I don't know. You never know with Star Wars.
Best. And then there's a lot of people are wearing red. So clearly what was the planet that Din Djarin was found on? Because they all had red clothes on.
No, but it was like sunny. It looked like a Lord of the Rings. It didn't look like
this is a new planet.
Okay.
I think it's just that it's just the lighting because there's a neon sign above them too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of red lighting happening.
What
Because
does
like
it mean?
even Obi-Wan's robe has some red highlights on it.
Well, it doesn't mean it's not that planet, though. I'm just saying.
That's true. Yeah.
But
It doesn't look like that planet. That's what I'm saying. 'Cause that planet was like super sunny and like opened.
There's more than one time of day on a planet. It could be nighttime on that planet.
It was more open, but
There's more than one place on a planet. There wasn't just one road. But
this planet though looks like the guys in Boba Fett, the mods or the android people or whatever. They should
They're
be from
mods.
this. They should be from this planet. They would fit 100% perfectly in this planet. You threw them in there, you're like, oh yeah, they work.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. And then after this, we get a shot of a new droid of some sort.
Oh, yeah.
With light blue or medium blue highlights and like a beige, off-white.
Looks kind of yellow.
Yellowish, beigeish. It's all the same. So, and he has a hammer in his hand.
Okay, wait. We're assuming that's the same person?
It is.
It is.
It is.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, because everyone's saying
they're wrong. I've seen it. It's stupid. It's not Rex.
Well, I think it's Rex.
Oh gosh.
Dude, I don't think
look at the fingers.
Same color.
Look at the fingers of the glove. They're like freaking,
and it's
3 inches wide.
And it's a metal arm.
Yeah. It's not Rex.
I bet you.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, you're right. I see it.
Okay.
I can see that the arm's metal. Why is everyone freaking out saying that's Rex?
Because he has blue on, and Rex had blue on his armor.
No.
Like, they're even like, there's pictures of like the screenshot of like just this person's butt, and there's like an arrow like this butt is Rex's butt. Like that's literally videos that are going on around.
It's not Rex. Here's what I think is happening. So the droid and the stormtrooper are having a confrontation. Okay.
There's a stormtrooper outside too. You can see it through the door.
Okay. No. I think actually that is outside. They're inside. Yeah. But here's the thing. I think the stormtrooper walks away and the droid was about to hit him with the hammer. Because if you see in the next shot, it looks like the droid is pulling it from behind its back. Like it was hiding it. The hammer. If you go really slowly, as the stormtrooper is walking away out of the door, the stormtrooper goes out the door and it turns left. And he starts walking away, and that's when the hammer comes down. So it's like this moment of like, oh, I don't have to use my hammer this time.
So you're saying he was about to put the hammer down?
Oh yeah. He was about to lay the hammer down pretty hard.
I don't know. I'm excited about that droid because I feel like he could be.
That's a Tatooine droid right there.
Tatooine droid, but do you think he kind of reminds me of like a K2SO like type of thing? Like
yeah.
Comic relief, but he's also going to be very powerful and strong. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see what element he plays.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Then after this, we see that new Inquisitor.
Running.
Like hardcore parkour. Something, I don't know.
That reminds me of that scene from The Office.
That's
when
why
they come on the couch.
That's why I said it. So it's definitely like a video game. Like you push the thing across and walk across.
Yeah.
It's definitely what that is. But after this is when we see the Grand Inquisitor more head on, where you can see the colors more on his face, and so you can he looks better here than previously. But I wonder who this individual is that he's threatening.
This reminds me so much of the beginning of The Force Awakens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where's the map to Skywalker? Slice and dice.
Where is he? But this is definitely on that planet.
On
Yes.
Dio, yeah, Dio.
Yeah, because you can see the neon sign in the background and stuff. So I think most of all these shots we're getting from like 2 different places, but like they're probably like either the same episode or like 2 episodes only. Like the whole Tatooine stuff, the guy getting hung, that seems like it's like one situation, and then this is a second situation, and they're kind of cutting back and forth between both. But it doesn't seem like this trailer is gonna be like throughout the show. I think these are like first 2 episodes kind of trailer.
Now, this is a teaser trailer. Do you think we'll get a full length trailer, or do you think this is all we're gonna get?
It's hard to say, man. I think
we'll get more because Boba Fett we had like 50 trailers.
I think they'll do what they do with Boba Fett, where they release another trailer, and it's like 94% the same stuff.
Yeah,
and then there's like
cuts.
2 extra seconds of something in there.
Yeah, and we'll do a whole podcast episode on those 2 seconds. So whoever that he's interrogating knows the whereabouts of a Jedi or something.
We don't even know if it's Obi-Wan. It could just be a Jedi. Like, we don't know.
Right. Then we see a more up close of the 5th brother in this walking down this city street. And he has troopers behind him. And so like he's like on a mission. Like they found something and he has to take the troopers for backup type of thing. And so I'm kind of
I feel like I feel like we're gonna have a few episodes on this planet.
Yeah. I wonder how many people have translated all the signs hanging.
I was curious about all that actually, and I can't speak or read Arabic, but
I think it'd be really funny if they put like this Easter eggs and like the names just like nowhere is like what it says, nothing, like just to like troll people trying to translate. That'd be funny, but they wouldn't do that. So then after that scene, we see these escape pods.
Okay, so the first frame, literally like the very first frame after we see the 5th brother, there is a green planet in the far left like quadrant of the screen, and these pods are in 2 different directions going away from that planet, and it's like deep green, different hues of green. I don't know if it's Dagobah, but it's like dark green, and they're going away in 2 separate directions from the planet.
So, okay.
So confirm those things are not Spotchka. If you watch the 5th brother walking, it looks like they're just lights.
Yeah,
they write this straight up.
So I see what you're saying, Andrew, but the angle that they're going away from that green,
it could be a ship in orbit.
It's like okay.
All I'm saying is there is a green planet. There's definitely a green planet there.
Do you think it's Dagobah?
I mean, I don't. That's the only like dark green planet I know of in Star Wars. So that's not saying much.
Kashyyyk could be one.
Maybe.
We see a Wookiee earlier.
I mean,
Naboo.
Nah,
no,
that
Naboo
green
is bright green with water.
Oh, that's true.
Like this is like it looks like it's swamp just everywhere.
Like I've said it. I don't want Yoda in this episode.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because I want this to be something. Obi-Wan is alone and he has to resolve the conflict.
Or he has Qui-Gon
by himself. Qui-Gon could come in. Like I'm fine with that. I expect that to happen. A voice.
What about Ahsoka?
No.
No.
I don't want Ahsoka. I don't want Ahsoka. I don't want Rex. I don't want Yoda.
We're getting Rex.
I only
No.
want
Why would we
Obi-Wan
Rex?
Kenobi.
We're gonna go Rex. That's his boy.
No, he's
Why
not.
wouldn't
Cody was his boy, technically.
Cody was his
Cody.
boy.
That's
We
true.
could get Cody.
And Cody.
Nah.
I don't know.
I think we if we're gonna get a clone trooper, it would be Cody. Like if he's like one of the last clones who happened to be like a high-ranking clone that they kept along for the ride, but like,
But
like,
10
I
years?
I don't know. Isn't there canon books where there's some clones that are still alive
Well, yeah.
during like the original trilogy? So like they're still being used by the Empire. So like I think he could be one of those because he was a high-ranking clone. And
You think we'll see Thrawn?
No. No.
we're not going to see Thrawn until the Ahsoka show, okay? But so I think I don't want anyone to help Kenobi. I want him to be on his own and to resolve the problem by himself. Like that's
Yeah,
what
I want that. I think we're gonna see him with Obi-Wan or with Yoda.
I mean, look, if it's a flashback, that's fine.
I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna go visit Yoda.
Well,
for
okay.
help.
The only argument you can make is that Yoda had more training for Obi-Wan to do.
And he said that.
So like possibly, but I feel like if Yoda tells that to Obi-Wan, like at the end of episode 3, he's gonna start that training way earlier in that 10-year span than
10 years later.
But Qui-Gon, I'm not sure if Qui-Gon had to do it too, but Qui-Gon and Yoda had to go to Dagobah to have that enlightenment or whatever to...
Yeah, but my question is, with the mode of travel, why the pod?
Well, if they're being chased and then it gets attacked and their ship gets attacked...
That's true. That's true.
You could do that. Now, who knows? But... So we do think those are escape pods.
Correct.
I mean, that's what they look like to me.
Okay, so escape pods. And so then this fades to back to Tatooine where the guy's sliding through the outdoor seating.
Yep.
And the Inquisitor chick comes.
Yep.
And so...
Okay. So, this tattoo on his hand looks a lot like, just under from the bottom of the sleeve, either the wings and the middle prong of the Jedi logo, or the wings and the middle prong, the middle prong of the Rebel logo.
Well, it's definitely not the Rebel logo because Sabine is the one who designed.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. Technically, it was Starkiller's crest, family crest, but it doesn't matter because
it's not canon.
Anyways, all I'm saying is this looks a lot like the Jedi symbol tattooed on the back of his hand.
Yeah, it kind of does.
I don't know, dude.
Dude, hold on. Let me take a screenshot for you. And
either way, the boy dies.
I'm looking at it, but like, it seems too. Like the 3 lines look too similar. Okay, that picture is terrible. It's definitely.
What do you mean it's terrible?
It's a shadow. It looks like a black shadow. Like.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, it looks like, okay, I'm literally going through it frame by frame, and it looks like the freaking Jedi emblem on his hand.
I could see it.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Either way he gets hung, it doesn't matter. The boy dies.
I'm just saying.
You're not wrong.
If you're a Jedi.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's a good idea.
I'm like, cover it up or have it removed.
Maybe he was like a Jedi sympathizer. And it was just a big misunderstanding. She was like, "Where'd you get? Why do you have that tattoo on your hand? Don't be doing that."
Ooh, I got it. You heard it here first.
Okay.
This person is a member of the Guardian of the Wills. He knows he's from Jeddah. He knows Chirrut and Blaze. And he's
it
in
was
search,
his will to get hung.
And he's looking for Jedi because that's what
they do.
One does.
Also, Stuffy Leviathan made a really valid point that I was also thinking earlier. The person in the left part of that shot, I would be pissed because they almost lose their freaking head.
Oh yeah,
that's real close. Like you don't need to be swinging your lightsaber around.
First of all, the Inquisitor rolls off that table.
Yeah,
and the table that person's sitting at is further back.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's still
there's definitely social distancing right there, and
I'd still pissed. Lightsaber in my face.
But if she decided to like stretch a little bit farther backwards, that guy's nose is gone.
Yeah, but if she's force sensitive, they don't make that mistake.
You never know.
Heck? Is that you, Drew?
It was no. It was a loud vehicle outside my apartment. Just
okay. I was me. Like, well, you're closer to a street than.
No one drives on my street.
I don't know that. Like, you're right there at your street level, right there.
I am, but it's not me.
But anyway, so do you think that this person is the person hanging earlier on?
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
The shoes. Look at the shoes.
Oh gosh.
What?
Okay. The same. You're on Tatooine. You don't have like.
Here we go. They still have they have a Foot Locker on Tatooine, okay?
Oh, they for sure do.
That guy's the new.
No, it's not a Foot Locker. It's freaking Payless. It's a Payless shoes?
Yeah. Yeah, and those are the off-brand Nikes.
Yeah.
And they're the same ones that we see dangling, okay, Jeremiah? Come on. Leave the fashion to us.
Nah, okay. This is Skechers, bro. Skechers Desert Airs.
Oh, Desert Airs.
Sand walkers.
No, it has like a little like heel on it. It looked like.
Yeah, that's the Sandwalker model.
No, I'm saying like these are
2017.
These are like it's more like
Red Wings
boot.
They look like Red
That's what I'm saying. It's the Skechers Sandwalkers. It's the Spring Drop 2017.
Ooh,
they didn't know what they were trying to do yet. Look,
true.
Leave him alone.
I mean, he's dead. So that's that.
All right.
Now if we're wrong, we spent. Someone clip this right now.
And we've been wrong. We've been wrong before.
Okay. Well, either way. Okay. So to your point about the tattoo.
Yeah.
The next scene.
Yeah. Yeah. It could be that guy.
Thing.
Wall drawing
has the Jedi symbol.
Yeah, and so bad, I hope the person who did that did not do that guy's tattoo because that's not good.
So I think that like a Jedi sympathizer, like you mentioned, might be more plausible because they would doodle on the wall. I don't know.
Y'all, you know those Jedi sympathizers doodling all the time on walls.
Yeah,
and places.
There is that. So the Inquisitor finds that on the wall and touches it, and then right after that, she is in an alley, and someone's standing there.
Yep.
With a gun. Now,
with a pew pew.
Is that Obi-Wan? Is that Obi-Wan because of the next?
Bro, look at this.
Drew's just man. Like any and all cameos.
Hey, he doesn't have a gun like that, and he's not gonna stand around with a gun. He's gonna duel someone.
Yeah, he wouldn't have his gun out like that. A lot of
people are saying that it is Cad Bane.
He doesn't stand like that.
No, it's not Cad Bane.
Bro, it looks like Cad Bane.
Okay, he has a brown robe, just like Obi-Wan, and in the next scene, Obi-Wan
he has a brown
has a brown robe, and Obi-Wan is shooting.
But it's a different gun. He's shooting a different gun.
He could have more than one. He could have dropped it. He could have.
It's a different person. For sure, it's a different person.
It's definitely not Cad Bane. Can we all agree on that?
I can't.
It's not Cad Bane.
It's not Cad Bane.
It looks like Cad Bane's gun.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Really?
No, it's not Cad.
Cad doesn't have a scope on his hip pistol. That he does that? No.
Actually, he does have a scope,
yes,
Jeremiah.
He does.
He does
yes, he does.
Yeah.
And if you look at his fingers, they're like super long the way that they looked in Boba Fett too. I'm telling you, it's Cad Bane. And then if you look at his boots, they have the thing around the top of the boot that Cad Bane does. I'm telling you, it's Cad Bane.
Look at his fingers. His fingers aren't
If you see
They're
it,
just
no,
coiled.
there's a part before right away, and it's long. And
Part
in the
before
shot,
what?
it's hard. I have it like going at 0.25.
I do too. I
Dude,
don't know.
I'm literally going frame by frame.
So I would screenshot it, but then I can't.
Go
But
to a
there's
timestamp. Give us a timestamp. Where's
It's the same time because it's so slow.
okay? So
Jeremiah.
you have the Grand Inquisitor touching the wall,
Yes.
and then right after
Right
that,
before they.
Drew, I'm telling you that you do not see an outstretched finger in this shot.
Okay, well, it might be because I'm going slow.
that's the gun barrel. That's not his fingers.
No, but the gun is
he's actually
very
doing
similar.
he's doing finger guns.
He's doing finger guns.
The gun looks like Cat Bane's gun, and then his
Okay.
boot has that the thing on top of his boot. I don't know what it's called, but his boot looks fat on the very top and slimmer.
That's just a boot.
No, I'm telling you.
He doesn't stand like that though. He doesn't dress like that.
What do you mean? It's all black. We don't know what it is.
He doesn't wear baggy robes.
Yes,
Yeah,
he does. What do you mean?
He has a
He
trench
has a
coat,
whole
but it's-
trench coat.
Yeah, a trench coat is not a baggy robe.
It could just be the angle.
Oh gosh.
Dude,
I want
I'm
to
so-
I want to
I'm-
bet you so hard right now, like on something.
All money in, dude. That's Cad Bane, yo.
why
How
would
much?
it be Cad Bane?
Why wouldn't it be?
Because we saw Cad Bane, so that means that was just their
No, because
introduction.
the thing is, it could be Cad Bane because we know at this point Cad Bane is doesn't want to be part of the Empire anymore. So this could be Cad Bane. He interacted with these people, and then he's like,
All I'm saying, if it was Cad Bane, he probably would have killed her.
How about this?
If there was some sort of a standoff.
maybe
Andrew-
this
okay,
is
Andrew, how about
after
this?
Obi-Wan and him was her and fighting,
Andrew,
and
how
this is her
confident
end.
Andrew, how confident are you that it's not Cad Bane? Are you 100%?
I mean, I'm not 100%, but I'm like 94%.
That's pretty high. That's a pretty high percentage.
I was gonna say if it's Cad Bane, you and Micaiah have a kid. You should bet Andrew that.
That's no.
No,
That's not a good deal at all.
I think I'm that confident
Hey,
that it's not Cad Bane.
And if it's not, then you have a kid.
That's more problematic than you having a kid. So.
It's pretty equally as problematic.
He has to find someone.
Uh,
Anyways, if it's not Cad Bane, I'll have a kid. How about that?
Well,
Okay.
we already know
Okay.
you want like 10 kids, so
No, I want 2, and that's it. And I'll pull
Miles and Leia.
Miles and Morales.
Could that be a
I've
boy
heard
or a girl's
worse.
name?
Huh?
Is Morales a boy or a girl's name?
Could be either one.
Yes.
I hate those kind of names. No offense to if your name's that's fine, but I don't want to name my kid a boy or a girl name. Like Jordan.
Well, like Ali could be short for Morales.
Or Alice could be short for Morales.
That's also true.
But Alice is like too close to Alice in Wonderland.
I was thinking Alice from the Brady Bunch.
And my wife said that she picks the next name, so I
Wow.
don't have a choice in the next name. But I'm just saying,
You have a choice.
I don't. Oh, Jeremiah, he's so young.
Yeah, he
So,
doesn't have a-
you chose
young.
Miles' name,
I did, yeah.
so then you do have a choice. So don't say
Yeah,
you don't have a choice.
The
No.
next kid, I don't have a choice.
No, he doesn't have a choice, Jeremiah.
I
Trust me,
had a choice.
That's not how this
I
works.
did one. She does too. That's how that works.
Okay.
I mean, technically, if she wanted to in the hospital,
She could have just said no.
she could have just said whatever she wanted to the nurse, really.
Juice,
the doctor.
Drew's folding. I'm not folding. I think it is Cad Bane. But if it's not,
I just want to know why. Why would he be in the
why
show?
would you- I don't know. I mean, but there's nothing about his character that would be wrong if he was in the show.
It would
we
because
know-
the story wouldn't demand that he's there.
No, but we know that he's interacted with Obi-Wan before.
I
In
feel
Clone
like-
Wars.
I feel like it would
Yeah.
be more likely that Rex or Cody would show up.
I feel like Jar Jar Binks interacted with Obi-Wan more than Cad Bane. So
Well,
like
I mean,
yeah.
he did.
interaction doesn't matter. Like there's
No, but
1,000
I'm
characters
just
that
saying,
he's
like, if he's
interacted
on this
with.
planet, right, and he just had a gunfight with this Inquisitor, and he bumped into Cad Bane or something, and Cad Bane was also hired by someone else to kill this Inquisitor. Like, what if this is the actual end of this Inquisitor? Like, what if she's like short lived, or what if this is the end of the show? What if this is a
I want
huge
Obi-Wan to
spoiler?
take her out.
I do too, but that's also kind of problematic if he does.
Is it
take
gonna
her out.
pull a Last Jedi and no saber blades hit each other in the show?
No, that's not going to happen because him and Vader are going to face off.
Oh, true. But I'm just saying, like, it's kind of problematic if Obi-Wan kills her.
Why?
Why?
Because I just feel like it would put Obi-Wan on the map. If
Nah, not necessarily.
He's already on the map.
I mean, he's on the map at this point.
No, we don't know if they were looking for him.
The Inquisitor literally says, "Where is he?"
Yeah, but we don't know if
And
that's.
But if it's referring to the other guy that we talked
we don't.
about,
Yeah, I'm saying we
been
don't know if that's Obi-Wan who he's implying. We're assuming that because that's what the trailer is supposed to make us feel.
Okay.
But we don't know that. Just
Okay.
how the Boba Fett trailer made us feel like it was like an intense family mafia show, and it became Mandalorian season 2.5. Like, we don't
You're
know.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
And I'm just saying, if maybe Cad Bane was hired by someone else to kill the Inquisitor, and he bumped into her on this planet, and he ends her right here. I'm just saying,
Stranger
at this
things have
point,
happened.
anything is possible.
We've seen Luke get some green milk out of a.
Speaking of Stranger Things, do you see what they're doing for season 4 of Stranger Things?
No.
Split it in two.
So they're doing it in 2 volumes. So we get half the season in May and half the season in July.
Oh, okay.
6 episodes each volume or something like that.
I think it's 5 each, but
5 each, 6 each, whatever. I'm excited.
Just
anyway,
do it all
after
once,
this, after this scene without Cad Bane, it goes to the rooftop.
Okay, chill.
And Obi-Wan is in a gunfight on top of these buildings. Which is this Tatooine or is this that other planet? Because there's some neon.
I don't think it's.
We've never seen Tatooine.
It looked like it could.
We've seen one scene in Tatooine at night.
I don't think
it's
it's Tatooine.
Because I'm saying these buildings look more. Like
they do look more. Jeremiah, I would agree with it. It doesn't look like that planet. It looks like it could be more Tatooine, and it's with 2 people. Not just a girl, because he's getting shot from multiple angles. And the chat, yeah, you're right. He can't shoot. That's fair.
Yeah, he definitely misses. Like, pretty badly, actually.
So, I was thinking about this scene. And so we get in episode 3, when he shoots Grievous with the gun, he says, "That's so uncivilized," or whatever. And then in A New Hope, he says that when he shows the lightsaber to Luke, this is from a more civilized time. And so he has to use a gun because he's living in an uncivilized time.
Yeah. I mean, he has to use a gun so people don't say, "Oh, look, here's a lightsaber."
Well, I'm saying if he's...
Are we sure that's Obi-Wan? Yeah, no,
I
I'm
mean,
just asking for the chat.
His hair does look like Obi-Wan's hair.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just the chat as I'm just because they're like it's yellow laser, which is interesting because the only yellow laser that we do see is from the Mandalorians.
Yeah, but the yellow is being shot at him.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he shot a red bullet.
Yeah, he shot
and
a
then
red
he
bullet.
gets a yellow one shot at him. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it is Obi-Wan, but
the other person that is shooting at him has a red blaster.
But what's more crazy is these green birds that come out.
Yeah, you know the green birds.
What the heck is up with these green birds?
The green owl birds?
No, they're not the same.
People are saying that they
No,
are.
the owls
They're
have
not.
big heads.
They're
These kind of
thick.
remind me. I don't even know if Andrew would remember these, but Drew might. Remember those birds? Like you put the beak.
That you balance on your finger?
Yeah,
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
that reminds me of those.
The ones that you spin.
What?
Can't you spin those too?
I guess if you're good enough.
Good.
Oh, I always.
By the way, where they come out of is 150% the thing that he is hiding behind.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Because like right at the very beginning of that, you see him crouch down
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
beside it,
Yes.
and then it explodes.
And then it says hope survives, and then it goes to him looking down and then looking up, and then that's it.
Ah, the old down up classic Obi-Wan, am I right?
Yep.
Which
you think we'll get
he's
his
clearly
2-finger pointing forward with his lightsaber?
It would be a shame if we did not. But do we want to talk about the very end of this trailer?
The Vader breath.
Yeah, and Anakin's dirty deeds thing motif.
There's that too.
Yeah, there's a really, 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 really strong hint at Vader being a big part of this, though we knew that. So,
well, and didn't we get the picture of Vader later, like
Yeah.
the next day?
yeah.
Which
I mean, Rogue One had Vader in it.
it's like
And it was
Vader
really- it
is
was-
Vader. Like
Yeah, Vader is Vader. So,
Yeah, I don't know why they would not give us that picture before, but
because
I mean, content.
I was
Baby.
kind of
Well, I
sad
think-
in this
well, I think
trailer
Spread out
that
that
we didn't.
content.
I think Hayden is the one that released it, so like they wanted him to release it. So
Probably slept in, forgot the trailer was dropping.
nah, he works on a farm, dude. He can't be sleeping in.
Nah,
Or he was
he
too
don't
busy.
sleep in, brother.
I didn't realize that the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer, the last part of the Kenobi was the lightsaber.
Yeah.
I never
It's his
realized
hilt.
that. It was his hilt. Until like
So I
literally
tried.
right now.
Okay, so I tried using the background remover on Canva with that logo,
Oh, good luck with that.
and I kept seeing that eye, and I'm like, why is this eye so janky with the background remover? And then later on, I realized, oh, it's a lightsaber. That's why it looks janky. But
Did it work?
it mostly worked, but like
I feel like Canva would not know what to do with that.
it got it mostly. And then I
Oh.
tried finding a PNG of it,
Yeah,
and a lot of them are just not the best. Like it's
yeah,
kind of rough, but
yeah.
But yeah, that's the trailer. So we get Vader's breath to end it, and I want to know like how predominant Vader's going to be.
I hope it's really
I hope
predominant.
it's predominant.
I think with the fact that they have 4 Inquisitors, like they're going to be leading the charge for the series.
I think they're gonna fail, and then
Well,
Vader's gonna be like,
Well,
"Look."
right. But I think that failure is going to be because it's only 6 episodes or 6 episodes. I put one.
I was like, that was definitely 5, but okay.
6 episodes. So like, I feel like we might only get Vader in the last 2 episodes.
That's fine, as
Like-
long as there's a battle.
And so,
Well, and they're already. There's rumors that they're already doing number 2.
there
and they
is
want-
that rumor for season 2, but
Yes.
it's weird because it's marketed as a limited series, implying.
Well, I
that
mean,
it's-
so was Boba.
Well,
wasn't it?
Is there news about Boba that we're getting more than one season?
Well, I mean, think about the way that they ended it.
that would be a separate show, though.
There, yeah.
Like,
I
it would
think
be
they're
Like
it would
Cyborg Cobb Vanth.
It would
Yeah,
be a Cobb
it's
Vanth
his own
center
show.
It would be like he'd be the Ranger, like
yeah,
a Ranger of Tatooine show.
because
But
the,
that's just
the
a
original.
rumor. No one
Yeah, but-
knows. There's no
yeah,
like,
because the original
real rumors.
Ranger got fired from Disney.
So, like obviously
But-
they have plans for him for future stuff, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's. I think he'll have his own show, or he'd be involved in a different show.
I honestly really hope not. But that's
I like Cobb Vanth.
I like him as a character a lot.
You want a show of him?
I'm not saying I want a show of it. I'm saying I'm not against it, but I'm just done with Tatooine. Like, I'm just done. Like, we've had Boba Fett, we've had a bunch of stuff.
The first half of A New Hope. I mean, come on. What? How much worse could it be?
I'm like, I just want another planet. That's all.
Naboo?
Like, yeah, let's have. I'd rather have a Gungan show than another Tatooine show.
Those are bold words, my friend. Bold.
Hashtag give it to Jar Jar. Like
we're not getting that trending. Tell you that much.
Yeah, I think Vader is gonna be like you said, Jeremiah, like part 2, and like or like the last 2 episodes or something like that, like to kind of help out the guys at the end. But I also think like they said that this was supposed to be like a one-off series kind of thing. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But what's her name was saying that because of how much fun they had on set and all, it was a really good experience that they don't know why they would only just do one. Like that was pretty much what the interview was. But I also think of how much money they're about to make on this show. Like, dude, you know how many people are gonna sign up for this show?
Yeah, but it's not gonna be like a movie thing. Like,
I mean, there'll be merch though.
Dude, you're gonna make so much money on the show. And like I said in my reaction video, I'll say this right now. This is gonna be the best Star Wars show we'll ever get, hands down.
Ever?
I think so.
Forever. So it's downhill from here on.
I don't think it's downhill, but it's
even better than Ahsoka.
I think
Ahsoka
is okay. Wait.
You've been dreaming of Thrawn for your whole life, and you're gonna get him, and you're gonna.
I think the quality of this show, right now, it visually seems like it's gonna be better than definitely hands down better than the quality of the Boba Fett was.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
And it looks like it's gonna be better than Mando, and I feel like Ahsoka's gonna be around that.
I'll tell you this: if you give me Ahsoka with Ezra, Thrawn, and I see a live action Grisk, and we get more of that Grisk plot, you see that? I'm not even Italian, and I'm doing this.
I'm like, are you Italian now?
You give me that. It's the best show.
The first red-headed Italian.
Yeah, I'm just okay, but I just feel like this show looks so intense. It feels like Rogue One to me. It feels like I'm gonna watch Rogue One.
What I'm saying is, give me a Chiss Ascendancy show.
We're getting Andor. That's your Rogue One show.
Yeah, there you go.
It might be good. It might be good.
All I'm saying is, I wouldn't say this is gonna be the best quite yet. And this has come from me.
Maybe not. No, I'm gonna stay by it because I think the Ahsoka show is gonna be very plot and story based driven, like with characters communicating. This just seems like a guy's getting hunted and he's trying to survive by himself with not a lot of help, and the quality looks really good to me.
I think that it will be the best live action that we've had. So we've had 3 seasons of live action. This will be the best one. But I think they're working hard on making the Filoni-verse a thing.
And Acolyte is going to be a thing too.
Right. And I think that with the care that they're taking with Ahsoka, because it's so far off, like we're still, I don't know. They say next year we're going to get it, but I don't know. But if it's late 2023 or early 2024, I think they're putting in the time and effort for the Ahsoka series and tying in all these other shows to it. I think that that's going to be the big Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame story.
Yeah, but they put a lot of time in this show too, though. This show,
I get that, but I'm saying this is just like a standalone story. But they're working a bigger story for that. There's going to be a bigger payoff for that. And I think we're going to get the best live action lightsaber duel in the show. Like,
in this one,
yeah, like
Yeah.
we're gonna get it. We're gonna see Obi-Wan and Vader fighting, and it's gonna be
like that re-visualization of
the
the A New
canon
Hope
one,
scene.
but better.
But better, yes.
And in what is it, like 3 months, when we all break down the final episode and we're super disappointed because that doesn't happen. You
Then-
chat
Wow.
can
Andrew-
clip
Way
this.
to be freaking
And then
positive about
Andrew's
that.
gonna rage quit.
Gosh.
It'd be close. She would think about it,
I would.
but yeah, I don't know. I hope you're right. That's what I want. When I saw the trailer though, to me it just seems like it's amazing, and the quality just seems better. I don't know why, but to me it visually seems like it's better quality. And maybe that's because we're going off the Book of Boba, and it was just a sunny place, and it just visually.
Well, I mean,
seemed-
dark light really does help hide
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
But I mean, it still looks really good. I agree.
and maybe it's the music too. The music in the trailer, like.
Yeah,
just-
I mean, they get you with Duel of the Fates.
with the feels.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything else about the trailer? Theories?
No.
Nothing that I've not already said or that I can think of right now.
Just wait for Cad Bane.
All right. So
Gosh.
let's transition over to our favorite part of the show.
I've been waiting for this all day.
And I forgot to upload it to the soundboard.
All
So
right. Well, looks like we need a live performance.
Oh, Drew, take it away.
It's voicemail time. You uploaded that?
Yep. Is that super long for you?
That was way longer than last week.
So that happened last week when I uploaded it. Like it was super slow mo
Yeah.
and like low octave. So that's
Oh.
like, I don't know.
Play
That's
with
not
it.
how it normally sounds, Andrew. Sorry.
It sounded completely normal for me.
Really? It was really quick?
No.
No, it wasn't quick.
No, yeah,
Oh.
last week it was like duh, duh, duh. Like
Yeah.
Oh.
it was
But-
funny because last week episode we said it and then I was like duh, 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 and then Jeremiah pushed play at the exact same
Yeah, I
time when I
surprised
said
him with
that
that
and I
last
didn't
week.
know it. It was funny.
Oh.
You
All
would
right.
know that if you listened to the episode. but-
Anyway, let's hear a voicemail from someone we haven't heard for a very long time. Drew's mic.
Oh, I saw this coming.
Yes.
I
So
saw
let's
this
take
coming.
let's
My
take a listen.
friend.
Hey guys, Drew's microphone here. I had lost my ability to speak, and I've been losing my consciousness after Andrew left the show.
Oh
It
gosh.
seems I can only function when the three of you are together and create the magic chemistry between you all. I'm rallying my faculties right now, hoping that Andrew returns for this next show, seeing as how the Kenobi trailer just dropped. Either way,
You're
I'll
smart.
keep listening, and may the Force be with you.
Oh, no.
all. What a world, what a world.
So that totally reminded me of AP5 in Rebels.
Yeah,
Like,
yep,
when he
yep.
starts
Ah.
singing in the
Okay, but how did your mic know that I was going to be back for
I think he
this?
saw the Discord chat.
We might have made an announcement last week's episode.
No, we didn't. We didn't even know the trailer dropped. How would we do that?
Yeah. That doesn't make any
That's
sense.
right, the next day. You're right.
What?
I don't know.
Did someone say so? Did you like announce it in the Discord?
No.
Well, I said yesterday or 2 days ago there might be a special guest, but this voicemail was sent in before I said.
Yeah, this voicemail
wow.
came in like Wednesday or Thursday.
Your mic has some special abilities then.
It's listening. It's
Wow.
recording. It's projecting.
Possibly.
Wow.
considering that's what it's supposed to do.
Well, Drew's mic, thank you for sending that in.
Good job.
I hope that this episode energizes you enough to send in another one.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't been talking much once I upgraded his hand, so
His arm.
or his arm or his legs or whatever. Yeah, his arm. He hasn't been talking as much.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So next voicemail from a first-time sender and a newer member in the Discord.
Ooh.
So let's hear a voicemail from Retta.
Hey guys, this is Retta from the Discord, and I just wanted to say thank you guys for creating such an awesome community. I've always been a very casual fan of Star Wars until last fall. I was getting ready for a trip to Galaxy's Edge and wanted to get caught up on the shows. So I started with Mando and just really fell in love with it, and found you guys while I was listening or watching Book of Boba Fett. And I just really appreciate your input on everything and the way that you guys explain things to those of us who don't understand everything about Star Wars. And yeah, the Discord is fantastic. It's nice to have such a welcoming and opening community with no gatekeeping that is open to even those of us who don't know that much about Star Wars. So thanks for all you do. Appreciate you guys.
And that's
Awesome.
that's you
cool.
guys.
Yeah, she's new.
Like, that's not me. This isn't me. This is you guys.
Yeah, but
So,
she's instantly
She's probably
a fan
listening
of you.
to old episodes too.
No, congratulate yourselves.
No, she's
Come on.
she's instantly a fan of you.
Little hand clap for you.
I'll-
There you
I'll-
go. Pat yourself on the back.
Yep.
Come on.
All right.
There's
You guys are killing
50 pats on your back, Andrew. Chill.
All I'm saying
chill.
is that is literally the reason why we started the Discord. So it's amazing to hear you say that.
Yeah. And it is cool to get a person who found us from the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
That is kind of cool.
See, the Book of Fett did do something good.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it gave us Mandalorian season 2.5. What are you talking
2.5,
about?
yeah.
Yep. So I was talking with her in the Clone Wars text channel and showing her the best way to go about watching that.
Showed her how to watch the show properly.
Well, there's different ways to do it, and she didn't know that there's a
What's your
chronological
favorite?
view-
What's your favorite?
What?
Chronological.
What's your favorite way? Chronological, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's how you guys made me watch it, right?
yeah. That's the best way to do it.
Because if
It
you
makes
guys
way
didn't
more
know,
sense.
I never saw the show, but even after we started this podcast, and I was
And
like
You had to
watching it,
binge it before Clone Wars
season 7. Yeah.
and
I
I
remember that.
did. So if you haven't done it yet, it's possible. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's still less episodes than One Piece. So there you go.
Okay. Well, that's not even the same. That's not
Isn't
even
that
the same freaking standard. It's
They're
like
like
900 episodes.
975
any
right
show.
now.
Dude, no. Freaking anything. What is the longest? Doctor Who probably has less episodes than One Piece
Well,
They do.
aren't-
I'm pretty
in
sure.
total.
Well, what about
Grey's Anatomy. They still have more.
no,
Way
what about
less.
Wheel of Fortune and Price
Way
is
less.
Right? They have
Hold
one
on.
episode a day for the past
Hold on.
30,
How
40 years?
many total
Here we go.
episodes of Wheel of Fortune?
There's
You
at
can binge
least
it now on
2,000
Netflix.
episodes. I guarantee there's at least 2,000 episodes of the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe even more than 5,000.
Yeah, but if you're like, yeah, you know what? Today I'm gonna start
Okay,
binging Wheel of Fortune.
5,000.
There you go.
Dang.
And
But
Price
no
is
one-
Right.
Actually.
Price is Right is probably up there too.
Yeah,
or
that's
even
true.
more.
Dude, Price is Right.
And then
is-
you got Family Feud. You got Jeopardy.
okay, yeah.
Price is
okay,
Right.
Game show
Over
yes.
9,000 episodes.
And I think only
Jeopardy has
two
over
people have,
9,200.
for the Price is Right, how many people have got the exact number on the?
I don't know.
Show,
We're not
the
out of
opening
the-
bid thing.
No, the last one, the showcase thing.
Exactly? Never.
No. There has. It was like. It
Yeah,
was
but
Drew's,
they were also scamming.
second.
They were scamming. There were
Oh,
some
was it?
scammers that did it. Yeah, they were cheating the system.
Because
a
I
little bit.
remember it was like Drew was like one of his first times doing it, and he had a heart attack because it's never happened, and Drew was like they were like something happened Like, and there's like a whole documentary about the guy who did it. I know
because
that.
he scammed. It was like a.
I didn't know
he
it was
like
a
cheated.
scam.
Yeah, he like cheated the system. Yeah.
Did you know that all the millionaires from the McDonald's Monopoly was a scam too?
What?
Remember the McDonald's Monopoly games?
Yeah, I look
Yes,
forward to it every year.
They had
haven't done it in a
all
while.
those winners that had from like the 90s and early 2000s.
They were all fake.
It was all a scam. They all knew each other.
Oh heck no! That ruined my whole childhood.
Gosh,
you get the
darn it.
pop and you peel off.
I think there's
Yeah.
a full-length documentary on like HBO Max or something.
I'm about to go find that.
Yeah, we
That
should
sounds
watch that.
interesting
That
as
sounds dope.
heck.
They
If
all
you guys
knew each
want us
other,
to break down that,
and they all lived like in a 6-state area or something.
Dang.
And they scammed it, and they all won it. And
Wow.
Well, speaking of that, if you guys didn't know, you can binge watch Wheel of Fortune season 1 through 3 on Netflix right now. So. They just uploaded that.
Get caught up before next season.
Get
starts.
caught
Get
up.
caught up before the new season.
All right. Anyway, so these next let's see. I'm jumping the gun. Sorry.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm jumping the
Cad
gun.
Bane might show up.
I'm excited about some other things first that we got with voicemails. But okay, this isn't a disappointment. But let's hear a voicemail from Will first.
Hey, Empire Radio. Will here. My question is a fairly simple one. What is your go-to meal, whether you order it out or cook it? I know Drew be having fun with that grill he has. But yeah, I'm just curious.
All right. Thanks, Will, for a great question.
I had mine tonight.
Yeah, what was that?
Cheeseburger.
I called it.
Cheeseburger with fries.
Now, is it from that place across the street? Did they get their menu fixed?
Okay.
Or is this the whole thing?
Actually, funny you should say that. Way to freaking open that wound back up.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, let me give some context really fast. There's a microbrewery and a restaurant that opened up literally across the street from the building I live in. Like I could legitimately throw a ball and hit the side of the building, and that's saying something because I suck at that. So it's one of my favorite places of all time to go eat. With my wife, we've been with her parents, and that's it because we don't really have a ton of other friends here. But we've been many times, and it's amazing. And their cook quit months ago. Like, it's literally been like 4 or 5 months now, and took the menu with them.
Like the
rest of it was like freaking this whole thing. And they had food truck after food truck for months. Food trucks. The bar was still open, but it's not the same experience if you don't go do both. And so they finally opened again. Like, they were like, the kitchen's open. And it was a beautiful day today. And McKay and I were like, you know what? We're just going to walk over, get some food and a drink, sit outside, enjoy the weather. So we're super excited. We've been thinking about it all day.
Hey, it's going to be almost 60 like this week, so calm down, Drew.
So listen, we show up. No, hold on. We show up, and we walk in, and when you walk in the front door, you go to the right to go to the bar. You go to the left to order food. We always order food first. We go to the left. There's a sign on the register that says this register is closed. Go to the bar to make your food orders. I'm like, okay, that's easy enough. Go to the bar. We wait in line for like 10 minutes. Because this group of people in front of us had no idea what they wanted. And then this one guy ordered like a flight of everything that they had.
What a scrub.
Like, it was like carrying around these like little mini samples of beer. Had like 9 of them. And I was like, okay, so we finally got to the menu. I pick up the menu and I hand it to McKay because I know what I want. They have a burger. I'm getting the burger. And I hand it to her, and the bartender looks up and he sees me hand it to her and point at something on the menu, and he looks at us and he goes, "Oh yeah, sorry, the kitchen's closed." And I'm like, "There's not a sign on the door. There's not a sign on the register."
What time of day this is?
It was 5:03 p.m.
But it's a Sunday.
It wasn't on their Instagram. It wasn't on their website. There's nothing about the kitchen being closed on the website. nothing on the door. They didn't have a sign on the door that said, "Sorry, our kitchen's closed." Like, no, I went through all of that,
Did y'all leave?
all that emotional buildup, and we ended up going to Outback, which was really
Mm.
good. So, got my burger. Anyways, Will, if you're listening to this, which I think
He's
he's
talking
here.
right now.
He's still here. Don't he knows where this is. Don't go there until you know the kitchen's open.
Dang.
The food's good though, if you can actually get it.
So your go-to is a cheeseburger. Okay, Drew,
Yes.
what is your go-to meal?
Oh no, hold on. He made a really good point. Why even hand you a menu if the kitchen's closed? He didn't hand me the menu, but the menus were sitting on the bar.
Mm.
Like, hey, read
And
us.
the other register
Pick what
said
you-
go to the bar.
Yeah,
to...
like, anyways,
Yeah.
that's not the point. That's not the point. Drew, what's your go-to?
You know, with all this time, I probably could have thought of it, but I didn't. I'm just gonna say my
Oh, no.
go-to meal is probably gonna be kimchi.
Steak? Oh, kimchi.
Well, like kimchi fried
Really?
rice, or I like kimchi fried rice a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah, it's probably steak. Now that you say that, I have steak a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna say steak. Yeah.
Dude, I collabed with a Korean artist. They were in the States, her and her producer.
I saw that.
Yeah. And they're so nice, and like they're actually our friends now. And before they left, he had us take them to a Korean restaurant, and he he cooked it. He like cooked all the meat and everything.
Perfectly. Perfectly.
Oh, it was amazing.
Damn.
It was so
You
good.
guys
He was
have
like,
good-
I'll do all
you
the
guys have
cooking. I was
good
like, well, that's good because I don't know
Korean
how to cook.
restaurants and like Korean barbecue spots,
Yeah.
like better than Minneapolis. Or
From
just
what
as
I know,
good?
I mean, it's authentic,
Okay.
like legit, like because he walked in and the guy behind the register, like he just immediately started speaking Korean to the guy, and they were just having a
Ooh.
conversation. It was just like
That's
back
what I
and forth.
want.
Yeah, and then like
That's
they had the
what's
whole
up.
the whole conversation between them and the person who seated us was all in Korean. I had no idea what was going on, except for when they said thank you and please, and then they ordered everything, and
he
he
did
cooked
it
it all, and it was amazing.
That's what's up.
So, Jeremiah,
All right. Well,
Peanut butter and jelly.
peanut butter jelly,
I have eaten a lot of those. Those are pretty
lava
good.
buns.
But they don't got my peanut butter anymore, Drew.
Oh,
Bro.
donkey chips.
What the donkey chips is? a
What do you mean
go-to too.
at your Target?
Or at Cub? They don't have it anymore.
Bro, you gotta go Target, bro.
I think no. I haven't seen it at Target since COVID.
I literally got it
started.
yesterday at Target. And Woodbury one.
You went all the way over to Woodbury.
It's not that far from me. It's like 10 minutes.
Don't you have one like way closer to you than Woodbury?
Yeah, I was just
Anyway.
over there.
Anyway, they don't. I can't find my peanut butter anymore, so I have to
What
get, like,
peanut? What's your peanut
It's
butter?
it's Skippy with honey mixed in.
It
And
slaps,
and
dude.
the creamy, and it's because it has the honey in it.
Why
it
I'm fat.
Changes the text. It changes the texture of it, so it's
Oh.
way more smooth when you spread it, and it just
Uh-huh.
has a better flavor. It's not like dry peanut butter like sometimes you get. And
So good.
It tastes way
It-
better
it-
texture.
And it's why I'm fat.
And it's one of the few name brand things that I buy because it's that good.
Wow,
But
making Jeremiah go name brand.
so yes, I've had a lot of peanut butter.
I
jelly
remember when
sandwiches
Jeremiah
lately.
came over one day and he saw I had a big jar of it and he like almost lost it. It's like, where do you get that?
But so my go-to. So I like a good cheeseburger. That's always, you can't go wrong with that. If I'm like in a rush and I'm like lazy to make something for dinner, like I'll just have like a black bean burrito, like just
Like cheese and beans.
black beans, and I'll like put a little dollop of like salsa on it with some cheese. And that's
Yeah.
good. Or a tuna fish sandwich. Just open up a can. Throw some
Sunkissed.
here. Okay, here's the thing. So for a
Oh,
long
you're
time, I
right.
got the generic brand of
Wow.
of tuna,
Uh-huh.
and I was perfectly fine with it. Nothing wrong with it. And then like supply chain issues, they don't have the generic stuff, and so I had to get that with whatever Stars Kissed or whatever, and it's just not the same. It's just too fishy like of a flavor. Like it's just weird.
That's real.
So
How
then-
dare they have the tuna taste like actual fish?
and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try the Chicken of the Sea brand.
Yeah.
And like it's I don't know if it's better, but it's different. Like it's almost like it's like sweeter or something. I don't know. It's weird. So tuna fish sandwich, but I'm a Miracle Whip person, not a mayo person. So I always gotta use Miracle Whip for that.
Zarnotopius. This is a very long food conversation. I'm getting hungry.
And all right, so that's my go-tos for something.
Yeah,
like that.
Will definitely knew what he was doing with that one.
Yeah, I like steak, sushi too, dude. A good pokeball or something.
All right.
You said poke bowl, and I heard pokeball.
That too.
I was gonna
Good
be very
Pokeball,
confused.
man.
I heard Pokeball too.
I was like,
Well, good pokeball.
a
goes
man
a
of
long way.
a man of taste. I see. Anyways,
and my homemade pizza.
that is a
True.
good one.
All right. So we have something interesting that happened with our voicemails this week. And it kind of started last week, but it was too subtle to realize what was happening.
Oh, jeez.
So I can now say that there is a voicemail cinematic universe that has come to be because these voicemails are now starting to intertwine with a story. So weeks ago, maybe like 3 weeks ago or something like that, Will sent in some voicemails where he had some droid friends join
I was
him.
there for that.
Were you for that? You were there for that one?
I was there for. I don't know how many there were, but I was there
I
for
think
one of them.
You must have been for the second one with BB-8, right?
Yeah.
So BB-8, that's the second one with BB-8 with the droids, and he says that he has BB-8, but Poe is gone missing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Whatever.
God. But yeah.
So then, 2 weeks ago, we get a voicemail from Emperor Palpatine, and he says,
Sheev.
Good old Sheev.
Good old cheese, yeah.
And he says that he's hiring us, Empire Radio, to be the new ministers of propaganda or whatever it was, and so we're hired by the Empire. I'm like, cool. We're on Team
board
Sheev right now. Hashtag give it to Sheev, or hashtag Sheev stole us for his purposes. Whatever you want to call it. Okay, fine, awesome. Well, last week we get 2 voicemails from Lucy. And Lucy in the first email makes the reference that we work for Emperor Palpatine and she knows that we work for him. Okay. But then there's a little subtle like she was accused of something and she got arrested by the First Order. And she's
There
like,
was
but
some
I'm
gunfire in the background.
Yeah,
It was really good.
no, that's the second one.
Oh.
So the first one, she's just like, hey, I'm innocent. They wrongly imprisoned me, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So in the second voicemail, she's under attack. She's at at somewhere, and she asks a hypothetical question about if you were being attacked by the First Order after you supposedly attacked their base, like what would you do in this situation? And so that's where we left off last week. So that being said, let's hear a voicemail from Emperor Palpatine.
Hello, Empire Radio. This is Emperor Palpatine. I'm just calling to inform you that we have found the insurgents who called your podcast last week from the Rebel base. The First Order is working hard to destroy them, and we would like to thank you for your excellent work in apprehending and finding them. Lucy, if you are out there, know that somehow the Inquisitors survived, and they are looking for you. Be on your guard, because the Empire, or the First Order, is watching.
Okay. So we get that from Emperor Palpatine
Oh
based
gosh.
on what happened last week.
Oh, Lucy,
But
please be okay.
Here's the thing. After that was sent in, we got 2 voicemails from Lucy.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Spicy.
So let's listen to now. Lucy's not in the Discord that we're aware of. We know that she's.
That's
her
true. We don't
parents
know
haven't
though.
allowed that, but she might be in there. So she has no way of communicating with
The outside world.
the outside world. the people sending in these other voicemails.
Or are they
So
one and the same?
so let's hear this first message from Lucy from tonight.
Hello, everyone. Lucy here, and this is the 10th voicemail I've ever sent in. Burrow, burrow, burrow. You've probably noted the lack of laser shots in the background, and I am ecstatic to say that I'm in a First Order prison cell instead of a battlefield. None of this is Empire Radio's fault, although Jeremiah was the one who told me to admit defeat and hang my head. Look where that advice got me. Oh, hi, Poe. Oh, yeah, I'm sending out a distress signal. Oh, don't come over here. Drew hates you. Now be quiet. Empire Radio, please tell the First Order and Imperial listeners that I am completely trustworthy. Convince them to let us go. And by the way, Poe Dameron is not here. I'm sorry, Poe. Drew isn't gonna help if he knows you're here. Yes, I'll make sure he gets you out anyways. Hey, Drew, if you have to, leave Poe and just rescue me. Oh, nothing, Poe. Anyways, everybody, it's up to you to prove my innocence. May the Force be with you.
Wow.
So she said that. So she got, after last week's episode, Palpatine was like, "We're looking for you. You better be on the watch." And now Lucy's been imprisoned.
Oh no. Oh no.
And here's the thing. Poe went missing a few weeks ago because Will and BB-8 didn't know where Poe is. So
This is actually incredible.
So
Very cool.
Will, we
how come this didn't happen like a year ago
I don't know.
when I was on the podcast
So-
consistently?
So we now know where Poe is. He's, in quotes, not in prison with Lucy, but
yeah, definitely not.
definitely not. So
Definitely not saving him. But Lucy, we got you.
but that's
I'll help you out.
that's the first message from Lucy. So here's a second message from Lucy.
Hi, everyone. Lucy again, and I am still in this First Order prison. I'm listening to your podcast to keep everyone's spirits up. First, my cellmate, whose name begins with a P, ends in an E, and has a vowel in the middle, has a question for Drew. Why do you hate Poe Dameron, and what would he have to do or be like for you to like him? Jeremiah, what is one dish or food you'd like to bake or cook that you haven't yet? Also, welcome back, Andrew. I missed hearing you on the podcast, and in your absence, Jeremiah and Drew have been giving me bad strategic advice that ended up with me in jail. If you want to stand up for me and give me some advice on what to do now that I've been captured, by all means help. In response to your questions about my club, it has not actually started this year yet because the teacher I hired to supervise hasn't responded to any of my emails in months, and I should really find someone else. And shout out to the teacher I got to listen to your podcast. As always, thank you for another great episode, and may the Force be with you.
Okay, first of all,
Hi,
did she
everyone. Lucy
know-
again, and I am still in...
How did she know that Andrew was on tonight?
I don't know.
You must have put something in the Discord.
No, I did.
She's not in the Discord.
but she's not in
though.
the Discord.
She's monitoring the Discord somehow, y'all.
Or unless she has friends who are in the Discord.
Yeah, like
and she's using them as spies.
But when did this voicemail come in?
Today.
Oh,
Both of
okay.
Lucy's voicemails came in just a couple hours before we started recording.
So she's in the Discord.
I love how Will's all caps. How did she know Stuffy Leviathan? Everybody knew. That's hilarious.
Okay, well, I
So
think it is safe to say that everyone would assume
Everyone
that
but you, Will.
everyone would assume that you would be back for
that is true. That people expected you to be here.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
so good thing you are, because if you weren't, that would have been
This would have been really awkward for
it would have been
everyone.
really weird. Like, oh,
But
yeah,
he's not
this-
here.
But then I pop in randomly. Hello.
so before we answer the questions that she had for us,
yeah,
this was all random that came
This is
together
amazing.
like
This is actually amazing.
It's pretty cool.
Like,
You should
I
clip
don't
them all,
know-
Jeremiah. Can you clip them
Well,
all?
I was thinking of
You
going
should.
back and putting these all together and then having like a special
voicemail
voicemail
advertisement
thing,
thing.
something. But so I don't know
Voicemail pasta.
how like
Sounds good.
how much intent was behind people trying to like piggyback off stories, but like I don't know if Lucy picked up on Poe being missing or not, because that was a few weeks ago. Now clearly
She probably did.
Or
like,
this is real life.
Lucy,
Why are you trying to break this down like this
Lucy-
is not really happening? Okay,
but like
Jeremiah?
but Lucy paid attention to us being hired by the Emperor. The Emperor listened last week and heard her message. And so like it's starting to snowball. So now to Will, Palpatine, Lucy, how does this story continue? That's what I want to know. And
Will already put in the chat. He's got some big plans.
and Lucy, like, if you're not in the Discord and you want to team up with these two individuals, you know
Sounds
our
like
email.
she's already teamed.
But if you already know
yeah.
them, I can get you in contact with these individuals if you want. Send us an email.
I think she's in contact with him, Jeremiah.
But if you're not, I'm here to aid, because this
This is a cool story.
This voicemail cinematic universe, or the VCU as I like to call it,
VCU.
is
Close to
a
VCR.
yes, it's one letter different. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for what is to come with this, and so what is the fate of Poe and Lucy?
I can tell you, I'm not helping Poe get out.
What would what would he
Okay,
have
what
to
was
do?
your question?
The question to you is, what would he have to do or be like for you to like him?
Honestly, I think it all pans down to the Last Jedi Poe character. And
Stop. Talk to Poe. Tell Poe.
You're too
Let's get this
whiny.
out. No, let's get this out.
Okay.
Come on.
You're too whiny and you want to be like Han and you're not. That's all I have to say.
Okay, well that wasn't constructive. What can he do? You got to meet him where he's at, man.
You can be yourself, be your own person, and be like Moon Knight, and hopefully that's a good show. Because you're the main character in that.
I'm gonna call you out on calling him whiny and that being a negative thing, because Luke was whiny.
Did I
Anakin
ever
was
say that I like
whiny.
Luke a lot? Did I ever
Kylo
said
was
I like?
whiny.
Have I ever said I liked any of those characters a lot?
You're like, Anakin, he's in your top 5, isn't he?
No. What? No.
Didn't
It
you
was not
put
my
him in
top
top 5? That was
Nope.
that was our first episode, was top 5 characters.
I don't remember.
I
That's over
can
2
guarantee
years
Anakin was not in my top 5. It was like Din Djarin, Thrawn.
You did not have Din Djarin
Yes, I
in your
did.
top 5.
Yes, I did. No, I did. He was like my number 2, I think. Yes, I did.
I think.
Yes, I did. Because Boba Fett was my number 1. Din, Maul, Thrawn, and
Ahsoka was in there.
I think it was Ahsoka. Yeah.
Yeah.
My top 5 has not changed. But I'll
Boba
tell you
Fett
what.
didn't drop down a little bit since the book of Boba
Well,
Fett.
he's a little old. He's a little
So,
older.
All right. Well, anyway, that I believe is the end of all of our.
No.
voicemails.
Hold on.
Well,
She asked
no-
you a
oh,
question.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's right.
And me a question, because
Yeah,
you guys have
'cause
given her terrible advice.
Apparently, she knows that Andrew's here, so maybe she's just
Yeah.
really force sensitive, and
Yeah.
she can see the future, Jeremiah, and stop assuming that she's knows people. I think she's just using the force because she's
Yeah. Stop assuming she has friends, and just assume
Yeah,
she's a Jedi.
just
or a
There's
assume
no
that she's a
internet for her to
Jedi.
Yeah.
contact people.
she's Broom's kid's cousin.
All right.
Okay,
Well, anyway,
gosh.
so what's something that I wanted to make, cook or bake or whatever that I haven't had a chance and I would like to try?
something that's coming out on Tuesday.
Well, I already did it.
That's
So,
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
So there's a lot of stuff that I would like to make, but I'm limited with like my apartment kitchen. So like, if I had a gas stovetop, I'd be making all kinds of things.
Well, if you want to, you
But
can always borrow mine.
But electric stoves are terrible. They're probably the worst invention ever made. Like, I just hate them.
There are some pretty bad inventions out there.
True, but they're definitely in the top 5.
Definitely top 5. But like, you can't do precise cooking with an electric stovetop. So like, I hate that. So,
It must be like making coffee without a scale.
Yep. So, if I could get like a cast iron skillet on with like a flame,
It's like a good band.
I'd like the. Well, Skillet is a band too.
That's what
they were.
They were, yeah.
But
or they are.
So
are they
anyway,
yeah,
cooking things in like a cast iron pan would be something. So that could be like a lot of things. I would like to get a more like frying and oil safe kitchen, like with a better like hood. Cause like this crappy hood that I have right here, that doesn't do anything. Like I want like a restaurant kitchen hood in my kitchen. So I could like deep fry stuff in oil and have the exhaust for that. So anything like that.
Yeah, but what would you want to make?
Like
because you're just talking gear.
Anything like anything fried, like deep fried chicken. Like I would like to do that. I'd like to do.
I smoked chicken yesterday. It's pretty good.
Yeah, we know you have a nice grill. Traeger, not a sponsor.
But if you want to be.
But so deep fried stuff in cast iron pan. So that could be like a million things. Like I would like to make more like Asian food maybe, just because.
Ooh.
But so much of that stuff you have to I have to buy so many sauces, and it's like I have to spend probably like I don't know, like $200 on all the different jars of sauces just so I could like do different recipes. So like,
why don't you just do them one at a time?
Why don't you just ask me
one
for
recipe
my cabinet?
will have like might have 2, 3, 4 different things you
need. You can literally just come to my house and you can probably do everything you're saying you want to do. I have a cast iron, I have gas stove, and I have an Asian cabinet.
Asian cabinet.
Drew's Asian cabinet. It's like a new segment that you do on the YouTube.
Ooh. Could do that. Cooking segment. Coruscant Cafe, if you ever want to do.
Well, my last toy hunt, I did have a whole brisket recipe, and I showed. So you got to watch the episode because it's not just toy hunting in there. I made a brisket in there.
Pork butt. Traeger, not a sponsor.
But if you want to be.
Yeah.
And the only baking thing that I would like to try someday is macarons or macaroons, whatever you want to call them.
Ooh,
I know they're very complicated and delicate.
I want you to make me a nice pie, Jeremiah. Can you do that? Yeah.
I made a key lime pie last summer.
I would eat it.
Really good.
You should.
You don't like key lime pie?
Nah.
I don't know if I like it either, but I'm willing to try it.
You don't like a tart?
I don't think I've ever had key lime pie.
No.
Well,
I'm not a big fan of like citrus desserts in general.
Really?
Oh.
Like orange creamsicles?
Dude, I don't know.
Not real citrus, so
chocolate covered fruit. It's not one of my things.
I love sour stuff.
Well, remember I told you got to try those Cara oranges.
Oh, I had one.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It was really good.
It was really Cara.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
yeah. So,
so Andrew, what
good advice
would you give? Right. And just keep in mind, what you advise her might affect the VCU.
That's fine.
Keep that in mind.
I'm prepared for this. Lucy, you have two options. Okay. The thing about it is you got to get out. That's the number one goal here.
True.
Because Drew and Jeremiah got you in. We got to get you out. Okay. That doesn't necessarily mean that Poe has to go with you yet.
Joke's on her. So I have the keys.
So those aren't the keys. Anyways, so here's the thing. You have two options. You can go route one, where you or Poe fake an injury, get a guard to come in, bonk him upside the head, steal the uniform, whichever one it fits better, get out and get help that way. Or you can fake as if you're giving up intel on Poe, because I'm sure the First Order knows who he is.
He's one heck of a pilot.
He is one heck of a pilot. And then use that opportunity to get out. It's gonna take a combination of espionage, cunning, probably a little martial arts skill, or at least knowing how to bonk someone upside the head really well with like a pipe or something. But the goal is, your first obstacle is getting out of the cell. You got to do that at all costs, and then you got to come back and get Poe, because Drew's not going to do it.
Nope.
Drew's not going to do it. Now, BB-8 and Will might find a way to do that.
Ooh.
But the best thing that you can do is at least get intel to them on how to get Poe out.
True.
So get out, even if it's just to get a message out on like a data terminal.
Ooh.
Long enough for that.
Yeah,
like you
it's
got to
okay
let
if
people
you
know
get
where
caught
you are.
again, but
Well, as long as you don't die. That's what we don't want that to happen.
Right.
So assess the risk, make sure the timing is right. That's what I would say do.
All
Either
right.
that or just like use a Jedi mind trick or something, because apparently you have some sort of force abilities.
Ooh.
So yeah.
All right. Well, all we have to do now for tonight is go over some socials, and that's one more episode in the books for Empire Radio. So go to links.co/Empire Radio, links with 2 I's, and there you have links to everything that you could ever want from Empire Radio. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Discord,
Jeremiah's OnlyFans account.
Voicemail link, and then the links to other platforms for streaming like Spotify,
OnlyFans?
iTunes, all that. And also the link to the needlesslynerdy.com network that
Heck
you're
yeah.
also part of. So definitely look into that. Now, if you are listening to this podcast recording or the YouTube version and not the live stream, at this point, the second week of my collab with Sydney at Cinemakery will be live. And so, since this is the live stream right now, a little spoiler alert, what's going to be to come. But being inspired by the Book of Boba Fett, we did the theme for this week 2 is Dune Sea Sand Cookies. So you're going to have that as the next theme. Well, it will be out by now if you're listening to this, but for those in the live stream, look forward to that on Tuesday when that is released. So there'll be Instagram posts of pictures on our Instagram as well as Cinemakery, but there will also be the video also on YouTube. So check that out.
And also, by the time you're watching this, you will already see because you're clicked. But there is a video of a toy hunt /vlog that I posted this last week. So go watch it. And if you haven't watched the reaction to the trailer video on YouTube, you should go do that because it was a fun episode trailer thing I made. Yeah. Go do it.
Yes.
All right. And Andrew, you are still going to Galaxy's Edge soon?
Yeah, I am.
Like 2
And
weeks.
you'll be doing vlogging for that?
If I can, yeah.
All right, so stay tuned for that on YouTube in the coming weeks. When are you leaving for that? When is your trip?
The 30th of March through the 3rd of April.
All right,
But we're only going to be there for 1 day of that. But we're going literally just to Galaxy's Edge for 1 full day.
All right, cool. So
I mean, you could go to Toy Story Land too if you wanted.
Well, we're going there, and then we're going to Hogwarts.
Oh,
the next day. Yeah.
What's up? You're doing both or just one?
Both. It'll be Star Wars one day.
No, I'm saying you're doing both places for Hogwarts, both parks.
Yeah.
Make sure you take the train because it's the best thing in the world.
Yep.
But, yeah.
So look sometime in April. We'll see that vlog from Andrew at Galaxy's Edge.
And there's a lot of cool things that we don't want to announce yet, but stay tuned. There'll be a lot more cool stuff coming up. So
yep.
All right, cool.
Don't want to go too far.
Anything else, boys?
No.
Nope.
All right. You have been listening to another Wizard episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And I'm Andrew.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.